All right. Man, I'm just at a loss of words right now, you guys. Had to take a little bit of time to breathe. And absolutely tough. Tough loss for the Bills. Without a doubt. Even Kansas City lost. So was today a money grab? Was today a money grab? Kansas City lost by 3. Bills lost by 2. Crazy. Kansas City lost by 3. Bills lost by 2. Baltimore beat the Patriots 37-26. I think Vegas was at work this week, yo. Kansas City and the Bills lost. Parlays were ruined just off those two alone. Parlays were ruined. I had Green Bay for the win on this one. I had Green Bay for the win. But who knows? I mean, I might be right on this one because I really think Vegas is at work here. That's for sure. What's up, Purple? All right, guys, 193 viewers. We're at 13 likes. We should easily be able to get to 100 before kickoff. So make sure you guys are smashing that thumbs up on this stream. We need, let's see here, 83 likes, guys. 83 thumbs up gets us to that 100 mark before the game. So make sure you are smashing that thumbs up button. It is much appreciated. And I do thank each and every one of you for the support. 83 gets us to that 100 mark. So, a lot of things went bad for Buffalo. A lot of things. The heat, the injuries, the lapses in defense, Gabe Davis dropping that ball for the touchdown. It was a touchdown. He dropped the ball. All he had to do was hang on. That would have sealed the game. A lot of stuff. A lot of stuff going on. QW Avil, yeah, it's always a money grab. Listen, I knew when I seen Kansas City lose by 3 of what today was. Bills lost and Kansas City. Today was a money day for Vegas, without a doubt. Without a doubt. So, we are going to get to the our next game here. Green Bay and Tampa Bay. Kickoff coming up shortly. I'm sorry, kickoff has already happened. I'm running behind.
Into Tom Brady's direct messages. The two have only had 3 practices together this week, but Brady said to us, I threw 30 balls to him. I threw 5,000 balls to wide receivers with the same skill set. We'll see how Beasley slides into this offense today, guys.
That's the new thing, EA. When you want to join a team, you just direct message someone on Instagram,
right,
and here you
Bay,
are.
1st and 10.
And so here are Brady and the Bucs. Bacon looking to throw, going deep, and he's got a big completion on
be a
first
big
down
catch.
to Brashad
Perryman
up top
for
into
24
Green
yards.
Bay territory.
We saw Brashad Perryman come in last week when Mike Evans got kicked out of the game for the fight with Lattimore. He's making his presence felt here today. Play action with Brady. This run game has been such a focus. It's been such an emphasis here with this Tampa offense. A little uncharacteristic compared to the last few years. But the early threat of run opened up that early completion to Perryman.
You're going to run it here to Fournette. Nothing
Fournette
on the left,
on the
cuts
move.
up the middle, makes a nice move.
Get about
Fournette
5
is going to have a
yards.
5-yard gain. Well, Tom Brady hurt his finger, his ring finger, on his throwing hand last week. When he came into the stadium today, you see it's all bandaged up there. Okay, obviously he played with it last week. Hurt it on a fumble exchange. Now without the bandage, that ring finger, it's swollen, no question.
It is, and we were there last week in New Orleans when he jammed it kind of on a fumbled exchange under
Brady.
center. Said it didn't give him any hesitation, any restrictions this week. We'll see how it plays out.
Here another handoff. Fournette jetting to
on
the
the move
outside,
again.
and Leonard Fournette is
4 yards.
close to a first down, going to be about a yard short for Tom Brady at 45 years old, coming in and doing what he did last year, leading the league in passing. And this year, it's kind of hard to believe. The Bucs are 2-0, but
yeah,
they've only
called the
scored
Eagles
2
for the
offensive
win, so
touchdowns in 2 games.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing this style,
easy one.
necessarily over the years, especially in the Brady era here in Tampa. It's been such a prolific, high potency offense here in Tampa, but they've gotten off to a slow start.
3rd and 1, look to run, and Fournette is not
Fournette
going
is
to get
gonna be
there. He
short.
is stacked up, and it's going to be
No gain,
4th and
4th and
less
1.
than a yard.
What Tom tell us this week when we talked to him, he said, if we want to win
Yeah,
games,
Jalen Hurts
we
looking
need to
good
be
for
great
Philly,
in
without a
situational
doubt.
football. You see that 3rd and 1 now setting up a 4th and short. They struggled last week in New Orleans with those exact same situations. Must have it, short yardage situations, red zone. Those were the 2 biggest areas of
And
improvement that Tom
Buccaneers
Brady
gonna go for this.
mentioned to us.
Aaron Andrews told you about Cole Beasley. He's in the game on this 4th down and 1. Thanks, Greg. Brady going
quick
that
throw,
way.
and that's a
Has
catch.
completion and a catch. Welcome to
first
Tampa
down.
Bay, Cole Beasley.
Beasley.
You've been here for 10 minutes. You got a first down.
Yeah, they broke the huddle. That ball was going to Cole Beasley. He's got one-on-one matchup in the slot. It's just a choice route. He's going to run based off Rasul Douglas, the nickel cornerback's leverage. He's head-to-head. He knows he's just going to break out. That's pitch and catch. Tom Brady said, it feels like I've been throwing to this guy for 20 years. He's been here for 3 days.
Man, nice catch, too, stretching out.
Nice looking catch by Beasley. Glad to see him
Long-time
down there in the
Cowboy with
sun.
the Bills for the last few years. 82 catches last season. Out of the eye, it's a
Play
fake.
action.
Brady lofting
pass,
it far
and
side.
that's
He's got a
another catch.
completion. Kyle Rudolph,
Kyle
the veteran
Rudolph.
tight end. He's been inactive the first 2 games in there here today. And we talked about the offense only scoring 2 touchdowns from that side of the ball. Listen, offensive line-wise, only Tristan Wirfs is the returning starter from last year. They're banged up. Walton's their 3rd left tackle now.
Yeah, and I think that's part of it, right? The turnover on the offensive line is something we haven't
Brady's
seen
looking
here
real
since Tom Brady
surgical
came
right
in
now.
2020. They've had such
Real
consistency
surgical.
up front. But he's also out a lot of weapons, right?
Early in
Julio
the game.
Jones, the new addition, Chris Godwin, Mike Evans.
Hand off to Fournette, and he's going to squeeze through
spinning
for
and
about
working his
7.
way down to the 20 for a 6-yard gain for this Packers defense, which did not have a good week 1 against Minnesota. And everyone was so concerned they gave up a lot of rushing yards last week against Chicago, but they really dominated the game.
They really did, and I think right now this game maybe is a little bit better of a litmus test. I think week 1, we saw him go out there and really struggle to contain Justin Jefferson, and that Vikings offense started fast. Then last week they played a Chicago Bears offense, which of course was a little more basic in what they were asking their quarterback to do. So today will be a lot more indicative of what this defense will be as this year unfolds.
2nd and 4.
Set up a screen. Fournette is taken
Fournette is
down.
gonna lose
Devondre
a yard.
Campbell read it all the way, and a beautiful play for Green Bay.
3rd and 5.
So much
now.
of this defense is predicated on open field tackling. You're going to notice, we're going to point it out a lot throughout the course of the game, there's going to be a lot of too high safety looks. That puts a ton of pressure on their linebackers to tackle in space. This screen is set up pretty nicely. Fournette just can't quite get out of the grasp, a little wide, but a really nice play there by Devondre Campbell.
Joe Barry, defensive coordinator for the Packers in his 2nd season. 3rd and 5.
You're going to see the stack here right there. That's Cole Beasley.
5 motion Beasley.
4-man rush. Brady in
And
trouble.
Brady
Slips away. No,
is
he's
gonna
taken
get
down.
sacked.
Kenny Clark got his hand on him, and that was
a 6-yard
enough
loss
to
for
sack Brady.
an 11. It's going to be a 3 and out for Green Bay.
Really nice job. You're going to see Kenny Clark lined up right here
It's going to be
over Luke
gets to a
Gedeke,
field
number
goal.
67 to left guard. He kind of goes bull to speed around the edge.
So
you
that's a
see
win
Brady
for the
came out. He
defense
was hoping to
for
throw
Green
that
Bay.
ball to Cole Beasley on the little choice underneath. Kenny Clark is one of the premier interior players in the league. That's a tough matchup for the rookie Gedeke.
So Ryan Succop will try field goal, 45 yards out.
Man, that kick is going to be good for Tampa Bay.
So opening drive, Buccaneers down the
Tampa
field,
Bay
settle for the field goal.
Starting it off
It's Aaron Rodgers' turn.
0. I got word, guys, that Rihanna is doing the Super Bowl halftime show. That's who they're going to that's who they're going to have do the Super Bowl halftime. Taylor Swift turned it down, and now it looks like Rihanna is going to be doing the halftime show. So there you have it, guys. Tampa Bay scores first with a field goal, 3-0, as we get started. 9 minutes left in the first quarter. All right, 250 viewers, 25 likes, guys. Let's try to get to 100. 100 likes is the goal, is our first goal. So make sure you are smashing that thumbs up button. We need 75 likes, 75 thumbs up to get to this 100. Thanks a lot for the support, guys. Thanks a lot for being here. Let's keep it going. 75 likes, 75 thumbs up. Gets us to that 100 mark. Chiefs got beat by the Colts. Yeah, I said that when I looked at the score. I was like, wow, Vegas made a ton of money today. Just incredible. I'm working on a video in regards to that the Favre, Mississippi story, bro. So be on the lookout for that. I'm working on a video for that now. I wanted to take my time with it. I didn't just want to rush and just spew a bunch of nonsense. I wanted to have my information right and know what the hell I was talking about. But I got a video coming up for that. A lot of crazy stuff, a lot of wild information that the public doesn't really know about unless you've really read into it. It's crazy. It's crazy. I think it goes farther than Brett Favre, that's for sure, without a doubt. 35 likes, guys. We need 65 more. 65 more likes gets us to that 100 mark. 65 more. Keep it going. Thanks for the support. As far as shout outs, we got 8C Travis, Voidless Extreme R, Alan Bennett, Bonafide J, and Robo Jimbo subscribed. Thanks a lot, guys. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the family. Thanks for being here.
Field goal on their opening drive. Talking to Byron Leftwich. Got a little shade that's good because it is hot today. And so in the battle of Brady and Rodgers, now it's Aaron Rodgers' turn. Waiting patiently with another Rodgers. Amari back deep to receive.
I always felt bad for the guys who had
just
to hold the
the
shades.
start of my
There's
name,
two guys whose
Jay.
job is to go around and hold each side of the shade over the benches. I always felt like those guys had a long day.
That's very compassionate and kind of you. Very, very kind. Here's Aaron Rodgers coming on the field. He's
plug there.
gone against Tom Brady
Not so many people
4
know
times.
that. Now
He
you
only
do.
won once. That was way back in 2014. And you see last week he was really good. Offense was efficient in the win.
Yeah, that was a lot more of what we're used to seeing. We talked about with Brady and a little bit of their slow start offensively, specifically in the passing game. You can say the same thing about Rodgers. Similar to Brady's, missing some of his top weapons. Sammy Watkins, Rodgers. Similar to Brady's, missing some of his top weapons. Sammy Watkins, the new addition, he's out with injury. They're still trying to figure out what this offense looks like from a personnel standpoint.
Here is Rodgers going to hand off Aaron Jones. Breaks a tackle. And a strong run by Jones.
It's like 3 yards in the run.
And so this Packers
Second
offense
and 7.
came to life last week. Last week they got back their right tackle, Elton Jenkins. And you heard Tom talk about in the pregame show, David Bakhtiari. What a journey he's been on. Torn ACL. That was 2 years ago before week 17. He played a little bit at the end of last year, a couple snaps. What an emotional lift that he's back out there as an all-pro tackle. And we'll watch him today. Both Dillon and Jones in the backfield. They did it a lot last week. They do it again here and give it to Aaron Jones. Got a nice catch. Aaron Jones runs for a first down, running left side.
10-yard run.
To Bakhtiari's side. So how to do.
And it's nice to have your left tackle back, not just in the passing game, but look what he does here to Tryon Shoyinka here, he just pushes him out. We talked to Luke Buccaneers, the offensive line coach. He said, yeah, his skill, he's so good. We forget what a talented player, but when he walks into the huddle, he just allows everybody to take a deep breath with his presence.
Quick throw, Rodgers getting it out there to Jones, makes a grab, gets a block, and another good gain
again for 8
as
yards.
Jones works his way across the 45. Got a good block from Robert Tonyan against this Buccaneers defense, which is number one in the league. They've allowed exactly 1 touchdown in 2 weeks, and that came kind of at the end of the game.
Yeah, and Todd Bowles was mad. You know, we asked him, we said, hey, your defense is playing so well. You know, you did such a good job shutting down that Saints offense last week. He goes, yeah, but with 3 minutes to go, you got to close that game out. You can't give them their 6 points at the end with a touchdown. So we kind of laughed, but that's the standard they expect around here.
There we go.
2nd down and 2. Rodgers
play action,
quick
throw in the middle. That's when he catch the Dobbs.
He's got the rookie Dobbs. And he's in the Buccaneers territory inside the 35. We're going to see a lot of Romeo Dobbs today. A gain of 21 because Watkins is out and so is Watson, the other rookie.
And this is just a short 8. They call him. You're going to see 1 foot, 2 foot, your third right foot. You run a post. That ball's on time, hits you square in the middle of the chest. Looked like this ball came loose here at the end.
Oh, it did.
Ooh. I think Dobbs was able to recover it. Yeah, he was able to recover it. What Matt LaFleur tells us, he said he's going to get a lot of opportunities, and we think the sky's the limit for this young rookie.
So 1st and 10.
Dillon right up the gut. He is such a strong, powerful runner as he works his way down to the 29 and picks up 4 yards for A.J. Dillon. You know, without Devontae Adams, if you haven't seen the Packers yet this year, you're like, how are they filling in? Well, they're figuring it out. But their 2 backs are sensational.
And it's a huge part of what they want to do. And Matt LaFleur told us, he says, you know, they're so talented. We can do so many things with them together on the field. I just have to be careful, right? I can't make too much of the game plan based on having those 2 guys in there together, both for longevity throughout the course of the season, but also, God forbid, I lost one of them. It's a big part of the scheme.
Give it to Dillon again. He runs into a wall, and there's not much there. He's fighting forward for anything.
For maybe about
Raheem Nunez-Roches there first. Akeem Hicks is on the injured reserve with a foot injury. And so we'll see a lot of number 56 for Tampa.
And Todd Bowles, this is what he wanted to emphasize this week. How can we win on 1st and 2nd down to force Aaron Rodgers into must-pass 3rd down conversions? They're the best in the league at avoiding 3rd downs. They get 1st downs early in the drives. We're going to see their first 3rd down here early. See what Todd Bowles has up his sleeve as far as pressure. You're going to see he's got his 2 Mike linebackers walked up. They can come. 1 can blitz. 1 can drop. A lot of possibilities here.
Rodgers, far side of the field. Cobb's got work to do.
Makes it get the 1st down and more. And he gets 17 yards.
From the veteran Randall Cobb to convert. He's got 17 yards.
Great awareness here by Aaron Rodgers. They fake the mug blitz. They bail out. Aaron Cobb, he's just the alert. He's just running what they call a smoke. He's just going to stand there. He's the outlet. Watch, these guys drop. They bring nickel pressure. That's what alerts Aaron Rodgers. He's got to get this ball out of his hand. And he does. Randall Cobb does a great job run after catch to pick up the 1st down.
It's a good-looking opening drive for Green Bay, the 8th play of it.
1st and 10.
On the give, Jones cuts back. And he is chased down.
Jones,
Carlton Davis
on the run.
read that well, and Aaron Jones goes backwards, going to lose a couple yards.
You know, something we just said earlier, you know, talking with Matt LaFleur, and we asked him, we said, how tempted are you, Coach? You have 2 great running backs. We've seen such creativity. How hard is it to not continue each week to grow that package? And, you know, he said it's twofold. We don't want to get them injured, of course, right? So the usage this early in the season is always a concern. He goes, if I have 30% of my scheme based on having those 2 guys, and God forbid one of them goes down, without a 3rd back who can do it, it's a big chunk of our offensive scheme that would go out in the middle of the game.
Just Dillon in there now. Rodgers on 2nd down, coming near side. Dobbs.
That's the catch to Dobbs.
Fighting to the 5, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and short. So already 2 catches for Romeo Dobbs, who had 6 in the first 2 games. And you're going to see him a lot today, just as Matt LaFleur told us.
Yeah, and so often as a rookie, it's nice coming into a game and know that your opportunities are not going to be limited, right? You end up pressing. You say, all right, I got these 5 chances this game. Well, all of a sudden, 3 of them don't work out, and your opportunities are kind of limited. So he's coming in today. He's got a nice full volume of plays. He can just let the game come to him, and that's what's happened early on.
Showed you Sammy Watkins and Christian Watson both out today, so that's why Dobbs getting a lot of time. 3rd and 3.
Here we go.
Quick throw inside.
Quick throw,
Got him
and that's
again,
going to be
and
caught for the touchdown to Dobbs. The rookie coming through.
For the rookie.
Green Bay scores.
Let's take a look here, KB, and see if he got in. He's trying to, Carlton Davis is trying to hold him out. Still not in. Yeah, he's in. Right when his back hits, that ball crossed. What a great effort. What a good start. We mentioned Romeo Dobbs is going to get a lot of opportunities due to injury. It's a good way to play as a young player, and he's making the most of it so far early in the first quarter.
An extra point is good.
That's a big-time drive as Crosby's got the extra point. 10 plays, 75 yards, and Romeo Dobbs, the rookie.
Buccaneers. As we take a little quick commercial break timeout. All right, guys, so we got 296 viewers, 42 likes. 42 likes. We need 58 more. 58 more likes, 58 more thumbs up so we can get to this next goal of 100. Thanks for the support, guys. Thanks for the help. 58 more likes, 58 more thumbs up so we can get to this 100. Go Pack, go. Yeah, I had the Packers taking this game in my predictions and my parlay, but unfortunately, Bills lost and Kansas City lost. So parlay busted, that's for sure. But I had Green Bay taking this. We'll see. Still early game. A lot of football left. What's up, Eric? How you doing, bro? Green Bay took the points. Yeah, well, it was 1 point, right? I know, like Wednesday it was 1. Then they changed it to like 1.5 or something like that. Thanks a lot, Ryan. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for being here.
Well, guess what? There's a lot of shade right now over Romeo Dobbs because the rookie, 4th-round pick out of Nevada, 6 catches the first 2 games of his NFL career, 3 catches on the opening drive here, including his first NFL touchdown, and a great drive at that by Aaron Rodgers. 5 for 5 on the drive. So 7-3 Packers in the Aaron Rodgers-Tom Brady Bowl. Good start for both quarterbacks. They haven't missed a pass, and they'll score on their opening drive. As White back deep on a short kick. It's a good kick, too. He stays in bounds. And White, not much room across the 20. Alan Lazard, maybe also a hero on that TD, huh, Greg?
Yeah, Romeo Dobbs gets to celebrate his first touchdown, but let's take a look. Watch the inside release here. They put him in a stack, and they're telling Alan Lazard, you've got to take a hard inside track through the inside shoulder of your defender. That's the separation. It causes Romeo Dobbs' defender to go over the top. He's got 4 or 5 yards of separation on the catch. And now it's just about running through contact, getting in. So,
and look at that. Bakhtiari told you he's back. big hug with Aaron Rodgers, one of his best friends, and that feels good. So a lot of emotions putting Green Bay on the opening drive. Here is Fournette. Great cut. Leonard Fournette. Uh-oh, penalty flags fly. And a couple of them, so that sure looks like a hold.
Holding, offense, number 69. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Could have gotten a few guys for a hold here. You're going to see Brate holds, Mason holds. Anytime a running back kind of has a change of course and they're expecting the ball to be run in a certain location and then he kind of goes rogue and bends it back, tend to see a lot of hands pulling jerseys, and it's a pretty easy call.
Packers come with a blitz. And there's just nowhere to go. Dean Lowry's going to end up with a tackle, but it was well played. Brady, pressure comes, so his near side got a man Gage wide open, and he makes the catch, sliding out across the 20.
Really nice route combination here. You're going to see Russell Gage lined up as the number 3 receiver. Perriman clears it out, but watch the job that Leonard Fournette does up the middle. He's a little off screen there. Decent pocket. Watch Fournette. Bang! Quay Walker, the first-round rookie, comes up the middle on a pressure. You want to play running back in this league, you got to pick up blitzes. Gives Brady enough time.
Third and long. Pressure comes. Brady over the middle. Perriman nowhere near a first down. Let's go down to Tom Rinaldi.
Well, guys, we talked about how depleted the Packers are offensively, but a key injury update here. Jair Alexander, their corner, a groin. He's questionable to return. We'll have to keep an eye out. That'll tax this back end even more, guys.
Oh, yeah, he's their best cornerback, one of the best in the league. That is big, Tom. We'll keep an eye on that one. Meanwhile, the Packers defense without him holds there. And on 4th and 6, they'll punt it away with a rookie punter, Jake Camarda, who had a great week last week. 3 inside the 20 last week with some major hang time. Amari Rodgers calls a fair catch at the 29. We'll take a break. Aaron Rodgers gets a second chance, led a touchdown drive on his opening start. 7-3 Packers.
About that, guys, or had to handle some quick phone call. All right, so we got 310 viewers, 60 likes. We're trying to get to that 100, guys. We need 40 more likes, 40 more likes, 40 more thumbs up. And we'll get to 100 here. 100 likes, 100 thumbs up. The game is currently on Fox, Christy Fox. As we get back to it, America's Game of the Week.
You know, you look at Aaron how
Green
he's
Bay
morphed over the
Buccaneers.
years, and no one thought that eventually he would morph into Nick Cage from Con Air. But that's what he did.
He made quite the statement rolling into training camp this year.
It was phenomenal. He had to look down. He did it on purpose, obviously, and that was how he entered camp. And on that opening drive, we saw the return of David Bakhtiari at left tackle. You know, Tom told you there's a plan for him. You're going to see a lot of rotating. So Josh Nijman is in there now. That's part of the plan to work him back in after the 3 knee surgeries. Jones and Golson's going to wrap him up. Heads up, NFL fans, you could be winning Terry's money every week by playing Fox Super 6 for free. Super 6 is giving away over $6.5 million to over 80,000 winners and counting. For your chance at Terry's money, pick up your phone and download the Super 6 app right now. Aaron Rodgers off to a good start as they take us to the end of this first quarter. Each quarterback has had it twice, and they'll be content to start quarter number 2 with the lead. So, Aaron Rodgers and the Packers have the offensive touchdown on the board. Some smiles from him, and it's 7-3 after
heading
1.
into the second, score 7-3 Packers. All right, so Diggs, man, love the side improvement. David, thanks a lot, man. Thanks for being here, bro. Packers defense looking solid. Yeah, we'll see on this next series. Jen in the building, Wrench Gang. Guys, we need 35 more likes, 35 more thumbs up, and we'll get to this 100 here. 35 more likes, 35 more thumbs up. Bucs are warming up. Season is shaping up to be one for the histories. Yeah, man, without a doubt. I think today was a shocking surprise for a lot of people. Kansas City losing, the Bills losing. Very wild, without a doubt.
For both these teams,
That was incredible.
the NFL, next Sunday on Fox. Home of Super Bowl 57.
The spotlight is on the midterm election.
And we've got it all
Commercial break here. As far as votes go, we've got 92 votes. Buccaneers up 54% on the votes as we get back to it.
And he threw in there, and I did enjoy beating him in 2014. You think he wants to win today?
Yeah, and you mentioned it. He is someone who studies the history of the game. He understands the significance, but he also wants to know and study where his place in the history of the NFL is. It means a lot to him. He takes great pride in his legacy, what he's accomplished individually and as a team. So don't tell Aaron Rodgers this is just a week 3 matchup. He wants this one.
So second
And the Packers have the early lead in their football. 2nd and 7 to start the second. And get it out in the flat to A.J. Dillon, who runs right Jamel Dean, that's a heck of a tackle by Dean because he gives up about 10,000 pounds to Dylan.
Justin, I got you, bro. I'm actually working on some stuff right now.
Yeah, AJ Dillon,
a lot of fun stuff for you guys as far as merch. Trying to figure out how I can
by storm, all those pictures
get something designed with like everyone's favorite team.
How many times we had to see
that'll
him,
include my name and stuff without obviously being an issue.
Theoretically, he only gave up like 50
logos and stuff.
It's a point was noted.
But we'll figure it out. It's coming soon, bro.
Look how many guys are up here. Look at this look. Trying to confuse Rodgers. Confuse the protection. Yeah. They didn't like the call. You can see they were saying two bigs, two bigs. You see them all pointing to the right.
All right, so a timeout on a 3rd and 8. We'll be right back after this message from Progressive and Wingstop.
Another quick commercial break. So yeah, working on merch, Justin, t-shirts and stuff. I got some nice slogans, everyone's favorite team and stuff. I just got to figure out as far as how to make it so that there's no trouble for team logos and all that good stuff. You know how that goes. Gotta figure out how to get around the legalities and the issues.
After that look that Todd Bowles, who told us this week when we spoke with him, we know we can't trick Rodgers, so we have to find the weak link. I thought that was such an interesting line. So it's not Aaron, but he's got to find someone who he could trick.
Yeah, we mentioned before the break, they're identifying, you heard him say two bigs,
yeah,
two
Bill's
bigs.
Lost.
That's the offensive lineman saying, all these guys are standing up. Which ones are down linemen? Which ones are running? Which ones belong to the running back because they're linebackers? That's what they're all trying to sort out.
They run a stunt. It's picked up. Rodgers, though, gets rid of it. Tunyon's got a way to
throw
go.
to Tunyon, and he gets the first
down. Good awareness from Robert Tunyon to pick up the first.
Great awareness by Rodgers, but a great job by the offensive line and the running backs picking up. That was a real exotic pressure. It got picked up just enough to give Rodgers a time to come off his first read. Tunyon was part of the protection as a chipper. He's a late flat look. He's here. He's going to help chip and then just drag. That's his check down. Rodgers does a nice job just dumping into him run after catch for the conversion. There was no weak link there in that one.
Packers are 3 for 3 on 3rd down today. Lazard in motion on the fake. Just going to get it to Dobbs on the motion, and he makes a good gain out of it.
First down.
Romeo Dobbs showing you the speed, getting up around midfield. Well, you talk about history with these guys, you're talking about obviously two of the best to ever play the game. Just look at some of these numbers. They're incredible. Rodgers with the best rating in history. Brady's got all those wins, the yards, the touchdown passes. And just think about this. You got 7 MVPs. You got 8 Super Bowl wins. You've got 25 Pro Bowls between those two players.
It's incredible. We talked about it in the open. Sometimes you just have to take a deep breath, sit back, and just watch history play itself out. Watch greatness. As just a fan of the NFL, a fan of football, you can't help but just appreciate what these guys have done for such a long time.
And there's some confusion here.
Second charge, timeout for the first half. Green
Oh, yeah,
Bay,
without a
timeout
doubt.
on the field.
Yeah, see, Rodgers was upset at the sideline, it looked like. And they call their second timeout on this drive. So 2nd and 1.
Yeah, those
right
Dolphins won, unfortunately. And that's where we're going to leave it. 2-point game. Bills made some mistakes. Gabe Davis caught the touchdown. And Sean didn't challenge, which he should have. And yeah, there's a lot of issues. Josh Allen was supposed to put that ball in his chest in the end zone, and he didn't. So I would say Bills pretty much beat themselves that game. So guys, we got 326 viewers, 75 likes. We need 25 more. 25 more likes, 25 more thumbs up, and that'll get us to that 100 mark. 25 more likes, 25 more thumbs up. Thanks for the support, guys. Yeah, Colts definitely upset the Chiefs. Nobody expected it, that's for sure. Yeah, I got a bunch of ideas, Justin. It's gonna be some cool stuff, and I think you guys will like it. You know, what's up, Tony? How you doing? Thanks for showing up and being here. 20 more, guys. We need 20 more. 20 more. And we'll hit this 100. 20 more likes, 20 more thumbs up. Country boys having fun. Nobody can show you the game on YouTube, bro. Nobody. So it's nothing to be sick of or annoyed with. No one can show you the game on YouTube because they will either get their channel banned or the video will be taken down. So that's just how it goes. So the only other option is to look at reactions, or if you don't have access to any kind of streaming or local channels, go to a bar, bro. So
he's hit 22 passes in a row.
That's my advice to you, bro.
Week. NFL record's 25.
Yeah, I mean, you probably got to get the locals on Roku then
second and
to
one.
have access to the games.
And Dillon fighting forward for the first down. We've got a game break. Let's say hi to Carissa Thompson.
Thanks so much, Kevin. Rams up 3-0 in Arizona. Matthew Stafford hands it off to Cooper Kupp, who takes this for the 20-yard score. And of all the touchdowns he's scored, this was his first career rushing touchdown. Rams lead 10-0. Kevin.
I mean, might as well just add it to the ledger. Maybe he'll kick field goals later. What else? What can he do?
He's incredible. We had a chance to watch him a few times live last year, and him in that McVay offense.
Bro, I guarantee you that those channels had the video taken down, or they no longer exist. Guarantee it.
And a little in front of Aaron Jones that time.
Incomplete.
That's the first incompletion of the game, and that breaks Rodgers' streak. Are you surprised? You talked about some of the exotic looks from Todd Bowles. I know it's early, but right now the Packers look in control and kind of calm amongst this environment here.
They really have, and part of it is, I know Bakhtiari's in and out, right? So in the first drive he was in there, a lot of experience, a lot of continuity, but also having now Elton Jenkins on the other side at the right tackle. He's starting to get back his experienced players up front. Goes a long way in differentiating who belongs to the O-line, who belongs to the running backs.
Dillon somehow got through that mess and inside the 45. Going to pick up 4 yards, bring up third down.
Yeah, we showed that quote earlier, right, where Bowles said, "Oh, they're going to go hurry."
Yeah,
up here.
all those accounts where you guys see the game, they're burner accounts.
Yeah, they got the penalty.
They got them.
They're either going to get a penalty
burner
or a timeout.
accounts. They never last.
Oh, they say timeout.
I think they were quick to give him a timeout. Rodgers is mad.
First charge, timeout. Tampa Bay. 30 seconds timeout.
Yeah, Rodgers wanted.
So we're gonna head to a quick commercial break. I need to address this for the people who don't really understand the process. So, as far as the reason why you can't stream the actual game is because obviously the NFL owns the video rights as well as the audio. So what happens is if you show the video, NFL is gonna flag it. They're going to flag the video, send the information over to YouTube. YouTube is then going to take down the video and give that channel a copyright strike. Now, the reason why you may see the video on some games, or I'm sorry, see the game on some videos, is because those are burner accounts and people don't care about them. They'll get banned and taken down. This isn't that channel. So if you can find that, then good luck. But 9 times out of 10, people who do find those channels, when that video gets taken down in the third quarter or the fourth quarter, they end up coming here. That's just how it goes.
3rd and 6, Green Bay. Perfect on third down to start this game.
Well, 3rd and 6.
Stunts. Rodgers sees it, gets it to Lazard, who converts again on third down, and that'll move the chains.
That's going to be a first down for Green Bay. Lazard.
We talked earlier about Lazard running interference. Now watch Tunyon. He's going to be real specific on his outside release, and watch the rub he gives. Just enough. Defensive players are going to say that's PI, but it's not. It's just really good use of the two-man combinations in the stacks. You mentioned Josh Nijman's going to be in and out with David Bakhtiari, kind of alternating series. Does a great job there holding up in a must-pass situation.
Jones cuts back, and then Devin White meets him. Jones before forward for a couple.
It's about 2 yards.
As we take a look at today's player resume, brought to you by Indeed. And it is Aaron Jones, who's averaging just over 9 yards per carry through the first 2 weeks of the season, second most by any running back. That was DeAndre Swift of Detroit.
Yeah, I mean, that's, you know,
today.
one
Jones,
game.
after a week one where he had 8 touches, Matt LaFleur said last week,
Bills will be all right.
got to do better. He did a lot better. And so, you know, today that theme is going to continue. So far, 5 carries, 16 yards.
Yeah, self-awareness is a great trait to have as a head coach. Understand your deficiencies. Look inward first on what you can do to prepare your team. He thought week one to make use of his talented back. And last week and so far today, that's going to change.
On the fake pressure, Rodgers just kind of shuttles it. Somehow Dillon holds on inside the 30 and just showing him a first down.
7 yards.
We mentioned Elton Jenkins. I think he might have gotten away with one there on the right side. Got beat on an up and under. Nice job by Rodgers. We're going to see a little up and under here, and Elton Jenkins does the old, look at him, he kind of just throws him around, a little hip check. Shields his body, but it's a crafty move by the vet. Gives Aaron Rodgers a little time just to get that little shovel pass and set up this third short.
On the fake, Rodgers now has a man wide open. It's Davis. The third tight end
on the
running
move.
free. Inside the 10, he's tripped up on a first and goal for Green Bay.
Green Bay moving the ball.
Great patience here by Aaron Rodgers. They're trying, as you said, they're trying to slip. Davis starts here. It's run action. This is called a hide route. He's going to hide behind the line and come out in the flat. Shoyinka does a nice job, contact, but now he's in a bind. Do I go after Rodgers? Do I stay on Davis? He obviously goes after Rodgers. Davis just stays patient. Rodgers sticks with him. But not only a big conversion, but gets him down now inside the 10.
Packers scored on a 10-play drive their first possession. This is the 12th play of this drive in this extreme heat. Rodgers fires quickly.
Quick throw, and that's going to be a touchdown. Lazard. Green Bay balling.
The only two guys who knew that could have been thrown are Alan Lazard and Aaron Rodgers. Everybody else on the field, they're just running a run to the left. He likes the leverage. He's going to spit it out. This is just one-on-one. Little slant inside. Rodgers can take it if he likes it. Very similar to the touchdown Lazard caught last week against Chicago. You see Aaron Jones, he's expecting the ball there. They give a lot of freedom in the run game to Aaron Rodgers to throw what they call these tag alerts. Make them defend the entire field. 2 games back, Alan Lazard, touchdown in each.
And extra point is going to be good. And your score is going to be 14.
Aaron Rodgers is on fire.
Green Bay Packers
3,
3, Buccaneers. As we take another quick timeout, commercial break. This game might get away from Tampa Bay if they don't come down and do something now. 8 minutes and 44 seconds left in the second quarter. All right, guys, 338 viewers, 88 likes. We need 12 more likes, 12 more thumbs up, and that will get us to that 100 mark. So make sure we're smashing that thumbs up button. It is much appreciated. 12 more gets us to that 100 mark, guys. Yeah, I mean, I haven't been one to count him out either, but you got to look at the reality of things sometime, and the way it's sitting right now. If he doesn't score, Rodgers is gonna run it up. Who do you guys got for that 49ers Denver game tonight? I think that's going to be an interesting one. '49ers. Yeah, I think Jimmy G is gonna play some ball tonight. Broncos have been surprisingly bad. Yeah, you know, Russell got all that money, and it's not showing to be worth it. That's for sure. So 6 more guys, 6 more likes, and we'll hit this 100. 6 more. And Luann, 49ers. Okay. As we get back to it.
Touchdown through 2 games. But today, Aaron Rodgers is in town. He's got 2 touchdowns on the board and 2 drives. A little different.
Dean Schultz in the building. What's up, bro?
It's been surgical. Not a ton of throws downfield, not really forcing things.
Long time no see. What's up, Dean?
The tags, the alerts, the run game, the
Rich
balance.
gang in the house.
Great job up front with the pass protection on the blitzes. Great on 3rd down. Just overall, right now, they're checking every box for offensive football.
A 10-play and a 12-play touchdown drive as Crosby will kick off. And think about this. How do you practice in Green Bay for this heat? It's not in the 90s in Green Bay, Tom, so how did they do it?
It's not, in the real field down here right now, guys, is between 97 and 99, depending on what gauge. And take a look there at Alan Lazard. He came immediately off the field after that touchdown. Came, sat down, and was tended to by the training staff. Icy towels right behind him. You see, those are the attempts to try to somehow cool off. Green Bay cranked up the heat for the past 3 weeks in the weight room, during practices, in the indoor, etc., to try to prepare for this extra sauna time. But there's no way to really approximate this. It's a mindset, guys.
Here's Gage who makes the catch.
Gage is going to get 3 yards in the catch.
You know,
second.
So how much
7.
of it is a mindset? Obviously, it's real physically, but how much is it a mindset for you?
Yeah, they don't look too good, man.
Yeah, coaches take two different approaches.
Do something on
Some
this
coaches,
drive.
as Tom mentioned, they alter the week's preparation. They want guys to get acclimated. They want to make minor adjustments at the facility. Other coaches say, out of sight, out of mind. Just don't bring it up. Don't make it a big deal. But I can tell you from experience, it is real. It is hard. There is no preparing yourself to come down here early in the season from up north.
Ball start. Offense. Number 10.
That's going to send him back.
2nd down.
2nd and 12 now for Tampa Bay.
That is that's hot. That's the real feel right there. And and that's the thing too. We always think, well, Green Bay's offense has been on the field, tough on Tampa Bay's defense, but also tough on the offense.
Yeah, it works both ways. I don't think either side necessarily has a. If anybody could benefit, the defense typically has more rotation. They play more players. Offensive linemen typically play the whole play. It's the whole game. It's tough.
Brady over the middle is going to have the tight end Great, who's going to make the catch. But Douglas hits him immediately. Remember,
7.
Tom told us about Jair Alexander leaving the game earlier. He's still not in there. So it's Douglas and Stokes at the corners. Bring up 3rd down. Brady has started this game 8 for 8. For 61 yards. But 0 for 3 on 3rd down are the Bucs.
That's that situational football we talked to him about this week. He recognized the importance of improving.
It's going to be another flag.
I think that
3rd
was
and
Walton on the left
false
side.
Start.
Yeah, I think both tackles jumped.
False start.
Tampa Bay's looking
Offense.
bad right now.
Number 73. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
That's one of those plays. That's one of those plays where multiple guys, you can see both tackles, right and left, jump, and then you're just praying that the loudspeaker says the other guy's number. You're like, just don't call 88. Don't call 88, knowing other guys. Poor guy saying, come on, give us both the penalty at least.
Here we go. 3rd and 12.
Make it 3rd and 12. Packers back off the blitz. Pressure still coming.
Tom Brady is
sacked.
He's going to lose 6
Rashawn
yards.
Gary gets home.
3 and out. This does not look good.
What a great job here by Rashawn Gary. He fights through a chip of Brate, who gets out, and wins his matchup on the left side with Brandon Walton. You mentioned the third tackle. That is hard to do.
No problem, Jonathan.
Brandon
Thanks
Walton
a lot,
has to
man.
understand he has a chip. There's no need to sit. See how deep he gets? Now he gives that underneath move. When you have a chip, you can stay a little more shallow, stay a little more inside out, a little inexperience. First-year player inexperience kind of showing against one of the premier pass rushers in the entire league.
Third sack of the year for Gary. Camarda, a booming punt. Rodgers
gets it at the 31.
Looking for room and breaks a couple tackles. Good effort, but then
going to make it to about the 30.
Green Bay will have pretty good field position. So Aaron Rodgers, what a start for him.
So
12 of 13. Couple touchdown drives, and he's got it again.
Yeah, this is interesting what's going on right now. I feel like if Rodgers comes down and score now, this thing's going to probably be looking wild. I mean, they're probably going to take at least, depending on how they run their offense, at least 3 minutes off the clock. And if they do score, Tom Brady may get the ball back with about 2 minutes. 21-3 does not look healthy to go into the half with. Yeah, I got the Jags in the upset too. Today's the day for upsets. Bills lost, KC lost. I had the Jags. So we'll see. We'll see. AR is the real 12 in the game. It's looking like it right now. TB12 is not looking like the GOAT right now, unfortunately. Dean Schultz, this is Brady, man. Hey, listen, I don't count Brady out, but this ain't the Super Bowl either. Definitely think Belichick was coaching that game. You know? Never count out Tom Brady. There's a lot going on in that mind of his right now. I think that's why we're seeing this level of play. Well, hey, I could be wrong. You never know. But the way it's looking, he's got a hole to dig himself out of. That's for sure. America's Game of the Week.
Last night for us.
No cigars. We got to keep the voices on point.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound scratchy.
After the game, different story.
Yeah.
14-3 Packers lead the Bucs. Glad to have you aboard. America's Game of the Week. And Aaron Rodgers and the Packers offense, they have been rolling. A 10-play and a 12-play touchdown drive so far. Over the middle, fires a dart, and it is caught. And another big gain. Cobb racing away
Randall
inside the 25
Cobb makes
and
it to
down
the Tampa Bay 20. And there it is, 40 yards.
Man, is Aaron Rodgers on point so far today.
Wow.
He's got 44 yards there.
It's the same play they just did to Lazard for the touchdown. The three receivers to the left, they're going to run a choice, little RPO. This is a run to the right. This is a run to the right. They're going to pull, they're going to pull, they're going to pin. But then Rodgers has the ability to throw here. We used to call this ride decide. He has the opportunity to decide whether he hands it or throws it. Saw Lazard score the touchdown in the last possession. Now Randall Cobb with the big completion on first down.
Dylan breaking and stumbling through down to
gonna get another
16.
6 yards.
And he's going to pick up 6 yards. Boy, the quick passing game from Rodgers today has been electric, and the Bucs have no answer.
They don't. It's the best way to play against an attacking style of defense. We mentioned in the open, Rodgers is traditionally really good against pressure. Teams don't like pressuring top-tier quarterbacks because they're just so good with recognition and getting the ball out. But for whatever reason, and to his own admission, he has struggled against this Bowles-led Bucs defense in the past against pressure, but right now they have all the answers offensively. He's coming down here to help block on this backside.
Dillon.
Another big run, another first down.
Inside the 10, it's a first and goal.
Makes it to about the 9.
And you talked about the blitz and what it is to blitz Aaron Rodgers, and you think about it, most teams don't do well. As you look at the next-gen stats powered by AWS, look at the games against the Bucs, what Rodgers has done on your left. Not much. Against everyone else, he has shredded it. But the beauty was, we talked to Aaron this week, and he said, most teams don't enjoy blitzing me. He said, but I'm looking forward to playing quarterback. Like, he was actually looking forward to the cat and mouse this week because he really respects Todd Bowles.
He told us last week's game against Chicago was boring. He goes, they played shell, they didn't pressure me. I was just kind of a glorified game manager. He goes, I don't think that's going to be the case. He has a tremendous amount of respect for Todd Bowles.
First and goal. It's Jones, right side, gets a couple.
Jones gets another 2 yards. Makes it to about the Tampa Bay 7. Yeah.
And the Packers are over
The
200
Browns,
total yards so far in this first half. And
Oh,
in
this
heat.
Miami win got these
Think about
boys
it, so
hyped
far,
up.
First 2 weeks of the year, the Bucs have allowed only
Terrible.
276 a game. That's how much of a
Unbelievable.
first half, how big the
I knew
Packers
this was
offense
going to
has
happen.
been.
You
Miami
mentioned
win,
the
like
previous
there's
two
going to be
scoring
so much
drives, one of
talking
10
about
plays,
just
one
the
of 12
most
plays.
ridiculous
Then the
stuff
quick
ever.
3 and out by Tampa's on offense. They punt it right back. This
Second and
defense
goal.
is being tested early. We've talked a lot about the Heat. They've been on the field a long time.
Second and goal. Dillon up the gut inside the 5. And it'll be third down and goal.
Over the years down here, we've seen Rodgers be so efficient, so prolific in the red zone, his ability to create, his ability to go off script. Tampa Bay needs to find a way. They got to have an answer here in the red zone. Can't go 3 straight scoring drives.
Packers have dominated
going
ball
crazy
control.
in the comments
And time
right now.
possession
This
means
is
something
wild.
today, especially with all the heat. Third and goal now.
Third and goal.
Similar stack we saw on the touchdown. I'm sure they're setting it up for something else.
Rodgers, right side over the middle again. Ball is loose, and it's recovered in the end zone by the Bucs.
And that was a fumble.
Nunez Roches
Recovered by
forced
the
the
Bucs.
fumble of Aaron Jones,
Touchback.
and Logan Ryan there to pick it up. Wow.
So I was wrong about the touchdown,
P-dropper.
but
Nunez Roches comes
Tom
and makes
Brady
the
gets the
huge
ball
hit,
back with
turning
2 minutes
point of the
left, and after the fumble. So I was halfway right. It's 50% right. Tom Brady gets the ball back after the fumble recovery. 2 minutes left. Bills and Dolphins have been the best rivalry in the NFL for 40 years. Yeah, definitely one of the best. One of the best rivalries. I will say this. When you've got 30 of your starters injured and people are on the field basically dying from heat exhaustion, it's not safe to say that you did great by winning by 2. It is not great to say that you did wonders winning by 2. Right? I want to see a full, healthy Bills offense and defense in that game, and what happens then. So, there you go. That's what I have to say about that. Thanks a lot, Fox. Deshaun doesn't play until November, I think it was. November, when they play against the Texans, which I'm sure that's not scripted at all. He comes back literally the day of that they played the Texans. Interesting. You guys are loving Brissett, huh? You don't want Deshaun, the guy you spent $250 million on?
Rodgers got the look he wanted. He knows Levante David has Aaron Jones on this choice route. So you're going to see Levante David, he overplays it. What he doesn't take into account is Vita Vea. We gave him credit here, but it was Vita Vea with the nice P drop into space. That's the guy Rodgers didn't have accounted for.
Yeah, said Nunez-Roches. It was Vea who made the great play. Now it's Fournette as the penalty comes in from the secondary. Just think about this. Packers have been rolling everything in their favor. And then that hit from Vea, recovered by Ryan in the end zone. And talk about a momentum changer. Let's see what the flag is here.
Legal use of hands. Hands to the face on the defense, number 29. It's a 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down. Timeout. 2-minute warning at 1:59.
Yes, that's on Rasul Douglas. That'll help the Bucs. 2-minute warning.
All right, so 2-minute warning, and yeah, 2 minutes left in the second quarter. Can Tom Brady pull a 2-minute drill? Come down and score going into half. Yo, isn't it crazy that we have to say that, Thelma? Oh, man. Time for the GOAT to operate. Saints need to bench Winston. Dude is terrible. Yeah, and I had the Saints for that game, so, you know, that was completely disappointing to me. I'm like, wow. I guess I gave Jameis too much clout. Angel, are you serious? The Bills got whooped? All right. I'm gonna let you get your rocks off for now. I'm gonna let that 2-point win go to y'all head. I'm gonna let y'all have that one. That 2-point win. When your field is set up to be 80 degrees on one side and 110 on the other. We're gonna let that 2-point win go to y'all head. That's for sure. When your quarterback was under concussion protocol and then comes back. We're going to let that 2-point win go to y'all head. When we got 40 of our starters off and injured, off the field and injured, we'll let that 2-point game go to y'all head.
8 for 61 yards. But again, go back to Aaron's report at the beginning of the game. No Mike Evans, no Chris Godwin, no Julio Jones. It's got a lot of different pieces in there right now. 2 minutes left, 1:59 first half. Brady's going to throw far side. It's Gage who's got to catch, but he's tackled right away at the 30. Keyshawn Nixon, again, he's in there for Jair Alexander. The top corner for Green Bay, he went out with a groin injury. Quick throw, Great's got it, goes out of bounds, good enough for first down. Biggest sporting event on the planet returns to Fox Sports for the first time ever. It's taking over the holiday season. The FIFA World Cup begins November 20th on Fox and FS1. Four-man rush. Brady comes over the middle.
Brady,
Good
quick
catch
pass.
by Gage.
Gage
Twisting his
for
way
the
for a
first
first
down
down up to the 48.
Yeah, we talked in the break coming out. We were curious what sort of approach Tampa would have going into their 2-minute. A lot of new pieces around them. You got Tom Brady. You got time. Seems like this has gotten into a nice rhythm.
Blitz coming. Brady sees it. Fournette. No one there. Fournette lowers his shoulder, but he's inbounds. First down, but the clock.
Now we're seeing a nice little push here for
One
the
of the few
Buccaneers.
times you'll see Green Bay bring pressure off to the left. Brady sees it real easily. Fournette's his hot route in the flat.
Brady, Miller knocked away. Tried to get it to Scotty Miller, but Rasul Douglas,
incomplete.
pretty good coverage.
2nd and 10 for
That'll
Tampa
stop
Bay.
the clock with 51 seconds.
Rasul Douglas, typically their nickel corner.
Delma, you have no
Gotta move
idea.
outside. Jair
being a
Alexander, as
kid,
you mentioned, got hurt. Really nice
watching
coverage.
those
Nice
4
job
Super
finding the
Bowls.
ball. He's a big, long, physical
A lot
guy.
of,
Gets his hands on
PTSD.
receivers well.
Another quick throw over the middle. And it's caught. Perriman's got it. And the ball
Perriman
comes
fumbles
loose.
the ball. Green Bay gets it back.
Recovers. It's Savage who's got it.
And Green
And
Bay
so
gets the
after
ball
the
back.
turnover
Perriman
by
fumbled
Green
the
Bay,
ball.
The Bucs give it right back after a promising drive.
Wow. All that work.
And I
Down
think it
the
was the
drain.
first-round pick, Quay Walker, making his presence felt here with a huge...
Wow. That is crazy. Bucs gave the ball right back. As we take a quick commercial break timeout. 41 seconds left in the second quarter. All right, guys, 401 viewers, 108 likes. The next goal is 150 likes. So make sure you are smashing that like, that thumbs up button. We just need 41 more likes, 41 more thumbs up, and we'll hit this 150. Thanks a lot for the support, guys. 41 more likes. Yeah, you're not gonna win like that. You need those drives. You gotta make something out of them. Yeah. I didn't get what that was either, Jonathan. It was like just seeing it, like my mind just went blank. 32 more likes, guys. 32 more likes, and we'll hit this 150. 32 more thumbs up. Thanks for the help. Thanks for the support, guys.
Perriman, and recovered by Savage, and it was a nice drive too. Perriman obviously not happy with that play. After the Bucs got the big turnover in the end zone with Green Bay going in, they give it right back. And now with 41 seconds and a half, Packers only have 1 timeout. Remember, they used 2 timeouts on the same drive. They had a personnel issue, so maybe change how they handle the situation. But let's see. Four-man rush this time. Quickly to Tunyon over the middle. And Tunyon upended at the 35.
8 yards. So 2nd and 2.
Clock ticked down with that 1 time. Mason Crosby, by the way, was good from 56 yards in warm-ups today. So they got to get to the 38-yard line. 23 seconds. Rodgers in trouble, just throws it into the ground with 19 seconds to go in the half. Let's go down to Aaron. How's Brady? Are the tablets okay down there, EA?
Everything's good. And he, said to us, I need to do a better job controlling my emotions after we saw last week. He also was very passionate when he talked about what this offense needed to do in terms of you can't turn the ball over. You got to score points when you're in the red zone. You got to communicate. We need to do all this stuff consistently.
Yeah, we'll do trivia
on
for
the same
the
drive
Sunday
in
night
order
game
to be successful, something they've had a very hard time doing.
Yeah, it's a great point. I mean, they're 0 for 4 on third down. Obviously, the turnover is... It's not been any different really in the first 2 weeks offensively. What's been different is the defense. Third down. Rodgers going deep ball. Lazard well covered there.
Incomplete.
And
4th and
punting
2
situation with 4th and 3 and 14 seconds left.
That's why teams get so frustrated when early in the game you got to waste timeouts. Right? Your defense gives you a gift. You get a turnover. One of the best quarterbacks of all time, but instead of having 40 seconds with 3 timeouts to maybe go down and let Mason Crosby attempt a long field goal, knowing now you get the ball coming out in the second half, you waste 2 timeouts, you find yourself with 1, and it really limits how aggressive you can be before the half here.
It was O'Donnell, the longtime Bear, to boot it away. To the corner, Darden tackled immediately. Rudy Ford brought in here for the special teams, makes the tackle. Well, Kurt and Terry, what do you got for us coming up on the halftime show?
Just down in this, taking it to halftime.
All right, thanks, Kevin and Greg. Coming up on the Verizon Halftime Show, this TB12 will have highlights from around the league, including the Jags and the Chargers.
Wait, there's another TB12?
Yes. Tom Brady, you may have heard of him. We will catch you at halftime, and we'll make sure he knows who everybody is.
There's 2 of us. Oh.
Listen, there's only 112 to us, and that's Terry.
He is 1 of 1.
That's exactly right. Look forward to seeing you guys in just a moment. Bucs will take a knee, and we'll get to you in just a moment, as a matter of fact, because that'll take us to the end of this first half. And the top performer.
All right, that's it, guys. Score is going to be 14 Green Bay, 3 Tampa Bay as we head into halftime. Green Bay got the ball first. And wait, got that correct? Yeah, Tampa Bay should be getting the ball at half. So much going on. So we're on halftime, guys. You got plenty of time to get your drinks, get your food, make your phone calls, walk around, do what you do. I am going to do the same. I'm sorry, Green Bay. Screwed that up. Green Bay gets the ball. So Tampa Bay needed that drive because Green Bay gets the ball back after the half. When do I eat? That's a good question, On Sundays, I normally try to eat either between halftime of the second game or I'll eat in between when the second game ends before we get started on Sunday Night Football. I'll have my breakfast, obviously, before the 1 o'clock game. And then, like I said, I'll either try to eat or sneak something between the second game's halftime, or I'll wait till the second game is over and I'll eat before the third game. I should be wearing the Bill stuff inside out. Man, what kind of fans are y'all? I ain't taking my gear off because these boys lost by 2. I'm not doing that now. Definitely not doing that. Keeping this Bills gear on. Still proudly supporting my team. And we'll bounce back next week. Without a doubt. Thelma, I'm actually here in New York, broadcasting from my beautiful imaginary field, press box, in the back of my living room. Thanks a lot, Spencer. Nah, I ain't no fake fan. Without a doubt. Mike already loaded up on the Bill parlay. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I said, I feel like this week was definitely a money grab. A lot of crazy stuff happened. You know, Kansas City losing, Bills losing, Carolina Panthers beating the Saints. You know, I definitely had the Saints for the W, so I don't, you know, it was just all over the place. Definitely all over the place today. Thanks, Doma. Mike Yoder. Nah, I'm working on some merch, some merchandise for you guys and for the real fans, like t-shirts, hats and stuff. You know, I'm not gonna do the. I want to get like some real quality stuff. You know, nice embroidered stuff for you guys. I'm trying to see the course of action that I can go when it comes to like putting teams and logos on t-shirts and stuff, because you know there's a lot of red tape there. But I'm gonna figure it out, and then once I do, I'll let you guys know, and we'll have some pretty cool slogans and, you know, fan t-shirts and stuff like that. So all that stuff's coming soon. I just want to see the Bills. Yeah, I mean, you know, Tyke 182. I think the biggest thing that people are forgetting is there's you know, we're in the long game here. We're not, you know, yeah, we wanted to win this game and go 3-0, but you know, we got the bigger game in sight. You know, you can't even count the amount of injuries that we are dealing with right now, and we lost by 2 points. So, John, it's gonna be tricky with that before. Yeah, like I said, it's a little tricky. Just got to get through the red tape. And once I do, though, it's you know, it's full steam ahead. Well, yeah. And then you see they changed the OT rules this year, right? For the postseason. So now each team gets a possession, no matter if they score or not. Each team gets a touch of the ball for OT. But keep in mind, you know, the NFL did that because it's in their favor, right? The longer the games go, the more advertising revenue they make, and the more money they make. So it wasn't technically because of the Bills, even though that's why basically we lost. But everything the NFL does is going to be in their favor. So they're like, all right, we've seen a lot of people complaining about this, and so we'll add in each team gets a possession during the playoffs if there's an overtime, and now we get extra money for, you know, advertising revenue. Win-win for us. And that's how it goes. Most death, Spencer. Bills Mafia. So we'll see what Green Bay does on this first series after coming back from halftime. And if they score again, these Bucs might be in trouble. Oh, man. So I'm just a whoever's on TV that day guy. It's like, all right, the Bears and the Lions are playing. I guess I'll go with the Lions today. No, I mean, like, for me, most of the time, it's like, obviously, you know, after the Bills game is over, depending on if they're playing at 1 o'clock, I do 2 other games. And, you know, I make my picks on a Wednesday. So I already picked Green Bay to win this game. You know, I do my little research and my little analysis and put together what I think is going to happen and do my little parlays and stuff like that. But I had Green Bay taking this, if you guys watched my Week 3 prediction video. So I'm actually not surprised about this game. Mike Burcham, yeah, I'm doing Monday night Cowboys and Giants tomorrow. Definitely be on for that. And then, yeah, the Vikings came back. Parlay said, no, I think, did they come back? Hold on. Yeah, the Vikings did come back. The reason why I lost and my parlay was because of Kansas City and the Bills. Well, and the Saints. I had the Saints. So there you go. I had Jacksonville for the W. I had Arizona for the W. They're getting beat right now by 10 points. I had Atlanta, which now they're tied up 17-17. I did have Cleveland. I had New England. It's just all over the place. Which New England looked like they were going to come back and do something, but Texans lost by 3. So what are you going to do? Yeah, a bunch of upsets. What's up, M. Tajal from Guam? Thanks a lot for being here. Thanks. Good seeing you. Yeah, there was a bunch of a bunch of upsets, and really surprising stuff that happened. Like, who would have thought the Colts would beat Kansas City? It's almost opposite. Just pick opposite of what you thought was going to happen today. Completely. Choose Miami for the money line. Choose Colts for the money line. And the Panthers. And I probably could have cashed out for like $4,000. Yo. I mean, I could. I ain't got no problem with that. Ain't no shame over here, bro. Ain't no shame over here. As we get back to it, Packers will receive the ball
scorecard. You know, they've only met 4 times before. 5th meeting, Brady and Rodgers. Rodgers did not do well. Not just him. The team didn't do well the last 2 meetings. It's a different story so far today.
Yeah, he's come out on fire. I mean, you see him compared to just the previous first 2 weeks when the offense was just kind of sputtering along, specifically the passing game. And Rodgers told us, he said, listen, we got to get our passing game up to speed. We're missing some pieces, acclimating some young players. But I'll tell you what, they came out today. Matt LaFleur had a great plan. Aaron Rodgers is pulling all the right levers, run and pass, spreading it around. He's been beyond impressive.
Yeah, and each team, I mean, think about the turnovers that they have. Packers are going in for another touchdown. They fumble at the goal line. Buccaneers recover in the end zone. And then the Bucs have a nice 2-minute drive. And then they fumble and give away at least a potential field goal try. And so that's kind of where we stand here. As the Packers will get it to start this second half. Rodgers will let it go. We go down to Aaron.
Guys, I didn't even get a chance to ask Todd Bowles, you know, Aaron Rodgers getting the ball really quickly. They're running the ball well. He just came out of the locker room and said, tackling, tackling, tackling. He told me we busted 2 coverages. Right now, our biggest thing on defense is tackle and do your assignment. I asked him what he talked to his offense about as well, and he just said we're shooting ourselves in the foot with those penalties. Of course, they have 3 of them, and you got to know that Tom Brady's not happy about when they're not taking care of that football as well.
Yeah, it's been all of it, right? And 0 for 4 on 3rd down, too. Right now, it's Rodgers'
First
turn.
and 10, Rodgers.
Jones in the backfield, fake it to him. Coming near side, it's Dobbs on the cross with some room. Makes a cut.
First down.
Has a first down, and a penalty comes
more.
in at the end of the play, too.
There's a penalty flag down.
I think they're going to get Lazard for a block in the back. Live, it seemed like he got him
Legal
in front.
block in the back on the offense, number 13. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Yeah, they called. You're going to see Lazard here. Come, let's see if he gets him. Yeah, his left hand is kind of on that 4 on the back. Live, it looked like he was able to get him on that front shoulder, but you can see in the replay that left hand clearly. Carlton Davis there in the back, that number 4, and instead of getting a big first down pickup, now they're back behind the chains.
See Bakhtiari right there, back in. This is his 2nd series playing, making his return
No,
today.
I definitely agree.
That was the plan, to rotate him in and out.
1st and 12.
The first, get it to Dobbs again, looking for a block, and not much room there. Well played by Tampa, down to Tom Wego.
Well, Kev, not surprisingly, Matt LaFleur pointed to the ability to take the ball back after the turnover deep in the red zone late in that first half as the most important moment of the game so far. Offensively, said really thrilled with our ability to execute to this point, but that has to last throughout the second half. Defensively, really pleased with their ability to get pressure on Tom Brady, to get him off his spot and to interrupt his rhythm. They'll be challenged defensively. Jair Alexander, their standout corner, will not return. Out with that groin, guys.
Yeah, that's a big point. You brought that up earlier, and now we know he's out for the game. So we'll watch when they get back on duty. Aaron Jones, left side, up across the 30. And it'll be a 3rd down and about 4 coming up. And while the Bucs haven't converted a 3rd down, Green Bay's done well, 5 of 7.
Yeah, and a lot of them is staying out of must-pass situations, right? So typically teams consider that. We want to be 3rd and less than 5, right? 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, and it gives us a chance to run our quick game, run maybe a draw or a screen, or we can do a lot of different things. It's 3rd and 9, 3rd and 10. Everyone knows it's either a drop back game or a screen, so it changes what the defense can bring at you. We know Todd Bowles likes to be aggressive against Rodgers. See what he has here on 3rd and 4.
Yeah, Rodgers has been great on 3rd down today. Can't find anyone. Pocket breaks down.
Pass to Dillon.
It
And
incomplete. Trying to kind of catch everyone off guard to Dillon.
3.
But that's a no-go.
So that's a 3 and out.
Team.
One of the guys that Todd Bowles mentioned, Joe Tryon-Shoyinka, plays edge rusher,
favorite
number
NBA
9.
team is
he
the
said he's
Spurs.
going to wear the big hat this week. We need more of an emphasis, more of an impact of him in the passing game. Getting Rodgers, he's got some speed. He's really the fastest, him and Barrett on the outside. So nice job there. He beat David Bakhtiari on the left side and had to flush Rodgers out before he just kind of dumped it.
Here's Jalen Darden from the 11. Breaks the tackle, but then swarmed at the 20. So Tom Brady's got some work to do. His Buccaneers down 14-3.
Right, so,
see his first drive.
Defense stepping up for the Bucs, and Brady gets the ball back. So we'll see what they do. Yeah, my favorite NBA team is going to be the Spurs. Mavs fan, just an hour from Dallas, so I was more into them than the Spurs. You know what? I'll always be a big fan of Dirk Nowitzki. Great player. You know, definitely has been great in his own right. You know, got a ring the hard way, and I'll always have much respect for Dirk. All right, guys, 138 likes. We need 12 more likes, 12 more thumbs up, and that'll get us to that 150 goal. So make sure you are smashing that thumbs up button. It is much appreciated, guys. 12 more gets us to that 150.
That's no longer here, and so you got a guy that's no longer here in the locker room, and a guy who was a lock on third down and in red zone, where the Bucs have struggled mightily earlier this year.
Exactly right, and add into that his impact in the run game. Him being able to control defensive linemen at that tight end position. There's just not a lot of guys who've played the game at a higher level than Gronk.
Going to start the run game here with Fournette out across the 25. If you look at the Bucs, they had a nice opening drive, led to a field goal, and then really after that they had the nice drive of the 2-minute, but they fumbled at the end of it. Now they're going to try that tempo, which Greg, you talked about, you might see here. Try to speed it up a little. On second down, Fournette again, and Fournette be a yard short of a first down. As Byron Leftwich trying to figure it out. So obviously no Gronk. We knew that coming into the year. But you add in, if you just turned on the game, no Evans, no Godwin, no Julio Jones. Evans suspended from the fight last year. Godwin with a hamstring. And Julio Jones out with a knee. Third and short. Run it for Fournette. And good strong effort. Going to pick up the first down.
Fournette's going to get the first down.
I think this is smart. If you're Tampa, they just saw right before the half. I know it ended in the fumble. But that was really their best drive since the opening start to the game. For them to get into this no-huddle, up-tempo. Had a lot of success on that 2-minute drive. This makes a lot of sense here to try to get back into this similar timing and rhythm.
Packers come with a blitz. It's blocked. Brady over the middle.
Complete
penalty flag.
There is a flag
Tried
down.
to get it to break the tight end, but Savage over him.
Pass interference. Defense number 26. Ball be placed, spot of the foul, and an automatic first down.
Oh, y'all coming in with the Bills jokes, huh? Okay.
You can see that. You see that right hand of Savage. That's what that back judge sees. Looks like he's resisting him. He sees that hand wrap around him. Didn't think there was a ton of restriction. Anytime that back judge sees that right hand around it, it's right in his vision. He's going to call it.
Brady's got time coming back near side. He's got a completion. I think they're going to talk. No, he was not inbounds. Scotty Miller was the guy that was there, but could not finish the catch.
Yeah, Scotty Miller, he just allows Rasul Douglas. We mentioned his ability to get his hands on receivers. Ooh. He ran that comeback.
Well, hold on a second.
See, so the right foot hits
one, two.
Yeah, I think that left foot might have been on the white.
Very close.
Really good effort, but he just ran himself too close to the sideline.
Yeah, it was on the white. Mike Pereira tells us ball is stripped.
That ball is out. That's a Green Bay recovery after the fumble.
Jaron Reed falls on it for the Packers, and another turnover for Tampa Bay.
Another
as Nixon,
fumble.
the guy who's playing for Jair Alexander, forced it. And the Buccaneers offense continues.
These boys just cannot hold on to the ball. Green Bay gets the fumble recovery. As soon as Spencer says, "Here comes Brady." Yo, we got to talk about these Bills jokes. Y'all coming in here with the utmost energy. Y'all had nothing to say for the last 2 weeks. Now, because we lost by 2 points, y'all got something to say? I want y'all to keep that same energy moving forward. Next week and every week after that. Make sure y'all keep that same energy. I'm actually working on the meme for when Tua got up after he was gently pushed by Matt Milano. How woozy he was after he stood up. I'm working on that meme right now. Yeah. Oh, I love it. No, I love it. It just feels, it's just that much motivation for me to, understand the process and realize that those Bills. Nah, listen. At the end of the day, we gonna bounce back, and I'll tell you this, right? I'm gonna tell you this. At the end of the day, Bills needed to be humbled, and this is coming from a person that you're listening to and watching in a Bills hat and a Bills jersey. The Bills needed to be humbled. Josh Allen had to be humbled, right? Does that mean that they should have lost? No, but he had to be humbled. So now, when you go into next week, you're going to see that fire come back, right? The last 2 weeks, Josh Allen knew he was going to win. He knew that his talent would get him the win. Now, he's realizing that it's not just about the talent. It's about the heart. It's about working together as a team. It's going to make him much stronger, just like Dave said. Exactly. So you got to understand what this loss really is. It's not about the loss specifically. It's about what comes from it.
Position for Aaron Rodgers. Quick throw outside. Dobbs, the rookie, who's having a nice day. That's his 7th catch, although it doesn't go very far. We were told he would play all day, and you said that's going to be such a relief on him today, and it has, but how so?
Yeah, so often for young players, we see Green Bay going fast here. It just opens up their opportunities, their volume.
Coming near side to Tunyon, who springs inside the 45.
Yeah, so what it does is when you're a young player and you have such a limited package, right? You come into the game and you know in the top of your head, all right, I got 3 to 5 chances. I got to make the most of them. I'm only going to play 15 snaps, say. But now all of a sudden you play 35 snaps and you got 15 chances. The ability to just play the game and let it come to you is such a relief for a young player. Of course, they want to earn Aaron Rodgers' trust. They want to earn their teammates' trust. They're trying to make every single play. You've seen it today. A lot of these plays are probably balls maybe he thought all week in practice wouldn't come his way. But when you're in this many plays, you allow yourself to just play free.
3rd down and 4. Rodgers near side. Incomplete. Juwan Winfrey, the intended receiver that time. But Davis had excellent coverage.
3 and out.
And there's a penalty, too, far
there is
side
a
of the
flag.
field. See Rodgers pleading his case.
Legal shift on the offense. Number 33 and 85 were moving at the same time. Did not reset. That penalties decline. 4th down.
It's the second time Tryon Shoyinka is going to win underneath. See, they got the 3 big guys over here. That forces the slide to the right, so he knows he's one-on-one. Rodgers knows he's got to get rid of that ball. Todd Bowles put the spotlight on him. He said he's got to win in the pass game. These last 2 possessions, he showed up.
So it'll be a punt on 4th down with O'Donnell again. After the turnover, the Bucs team makes a big stand. Darden's going to let it go, and it's down at the 1.
Wow.
That's Nixon, who forced the fumble a minute ago, making that play.
All right, well.
And so the Bucs will have it right outside their own goal line. How about Keyshawn?
So yeah, back to what I was saying as we're on a quick commercial break. Bills needed to use this to recollect on themselves as a team, and Josh Allen needed to be humbled. So now it's like, Josh, you gotta go back to the drawing board. You gotta understand that you can't always rely on Diggs. You can't always rely on Gabe Davis. So you gotta use those other pieces that you have. You gotta build chemistry with those other pieces. So when you get down to that, that ghost of a defense that you have, or when you're basically down to your secondaries on offense, you have to have that chemistry there. You have to know how to use those other pieces to win the game. And that's what needs to happen. So the loss is going to make them better. I'm not concerned about the Bills and their Super Bowl chances. It's week 3. We're 2-1. Josh Allen is still Josh Allen. Diggs is still Diggs. So, Gabe Davis is just coming off an injury. So, yeah, it's still early. But we'll let Miami have that 2-point win, because we all know the missed field goal, the spike that didn't happen, the touchdown that wasn't a touchdown from Gabe Davis, the missed pick 6 by Matt Milano. That's your game, Dolphins. Every time, either one of those, you could have picked one of those plays, and that's your ball game right there. So we'll let Miami eat off their 2-point win. We'll let them eat that. As we get to this commercial break. All right, guys, we got 145 likes. We need 5 more. 5 more likes, 5 more thumbs up, and that will get us over this 150 mark. So make sure you're still smashing that like, that thumbs up. I do appreciate everyone being here, sticking with me today, and for the support. 5 more likes, guys, gets us to that 150 mark. As we get back to it.
Lead Tom Brady and the Bucs 14-3. Bucs football just across the 1-yard line here.
Yeah, and expect Brady to try to go hard count. Anytime you're backed up, you want to go hard count, see if you can get a free 5. Yep, hard count after the motion.
Got to throw it. Got a completion? No, incomplete. Aaron Andrews, we already know that Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Julio Jones have been out coming into today. So where's Tom Brady go from here?
Well, there's a look at Russell Gage. He obviously is beating himself up after he fumbled that ball. And when the offense was on the sideline, I watched Tom Brady passionately speak to Brashad Perriman, trying to get him on the same page. We talked to Brady about dealing with all these new wide receivers, guys. And he just said, look, it's part of the job. You have to deal with different people being in and out, but I need you to play now. And as he told us, it's a lot harder playing with inexperienced guys.
No doubt. From his own end zone, Brady throws no one home as Gage slipped. Looks like he's okay. Maybe a little bit of a limp there. That was the intended receiver.
Yeah, he got up a little slow. Brady felt that was the matchup all along. Just kind of lost his foot. Oh, he definitely grabbed the back of his leg. But
well, he had a hamstring injury in practice this week that limited him.
Yeah, he's coming out. He definitely He definitely tweaked something there when he fell to the turf.
Cole Beasley is in the game. Remember, Aaron told you at the very beginning that he was here this week. He's only played 3 snaps. This will be number 4 in a huge play. 3rd and 10. 4-man rush. Brady over the middle, and it's incomplete. That was almost a disaster. A little behind Beasley that time. And now a punt from their own end line.
Yeah, an interesting strategy here, right? You're backed up on your own 2-yard line. You go 3 straight passes, and now you're going to ask your punter to punt the ball from the shadow of the goalpost. You can't take your normal depth of the snap, which typically is about 14 yards. This kind of sets you up to be able to get good field position here. You can also dial up one of your good pressures, knowing they're going to be, look how heavy they are in here. You're going to get late coverage out of the punt unit anytime you're backed up.
Kamara to the rookie. Has to get it off, gets it away. That was a big job. He gets away a pretty good kick. Penalty flag, too. He was run into.
Yeah,
here's Rodgers. A lot of room.
Hit.
All the way across the 40. 35. It gets
what
inside
a
the
hit.
35. My goodness. Keanu O'Neal with a monster hit, but a penalty around the punter. Remember, it was
Neal
a 4th
with
and
a
10.
big
So
hit. That's going to be on the highlight
situation. Then it's only 5 yards.
It's really close.
Let's ask Mike Pereira from L.A. Mike, what are you seeing on this play?
Well, I'm taking a look to see if he's actually thrown into the contact, which I think he is. So if you're thrown into the contact like that, then you're deemed not to have hit the kicker.
On the defense, it's a 5-yard penalty. Replay 4th down.
Yeah, really interesting point.
I don't agree with that, Kev, to me, again, because he's almost held into the kicker, and it was directly into him. So I think they've been better off not making that call.
Okay, well, it is running into, and for Green Bay's sake, because it was 3rd and 10, it's still 4th down, but it gets him out a little bit more room, right?
Absolutely, which is why I was kind of shocked that they didn't try to run the ball at least one time to give them some breathing room. Now at least they can take the full depth of the snap. The punt rush team's not as driven to kind of come and put some pressure. We knew they'd kind of dial it up. Anytime you get that punter at less than 14 yards, that block point is a lot closer.
Maybe taking.
Now Kamara will try again. Just think how far Rodgers got into Tampa Bay territory. Now this is a bomb of a kick. Wow. Rodgers all the way back to his 32. Got some room. Penalty flies again into Bucs territory. Not nearly as good as the last time, and they may be moving back as we see what this penalty is.
That 5-yard running into the punter penalty is going to cost them about 35 yards.
Just think, they would have had it at the Tampa Bay 32.
During the return, legal block in the back.
Wow.
Receiving team number 20. 10-yard penalty. 1st down. Timeout.
See Rudy Ford there. Just kind of turns and hits Delaney kind of in the back, causes them to lose his footing. But you mentioned him, and look at the turn. Look at the difference in field position.
Do you think that running into penalty was big? They had it at the Bucs 32.
All right, so that's going to lead us to another quick commercial break here. Our score is still 14-3, guys. 14-3, Green Bay still up. 9 minutes and 26 seconds left in the third. As this has turned into a slow grind. No real action since beginning of the second quarter. Carl, yeah, man. I'm not too upset, to be honest, though. I'm not. You know, we had a lot going on. There was a lot of issues injury-wise going into the game, let alone what happened during the game. And to me personally, it just seemed like Josh wasn't really focused. I don't think he was focused. He wasn't running how he normally runs. He wasn't looking down the field how he normally does. And I think this was just a sleeper game. And not to discredit us, but I just don't think, you know, mentally they were there with the injuries and stuff going on. So that's why it happened the way it did. I mean, here's the problem, though. The touchdown at the end of the game should have been very easy. You put the ball in his chest. You don't throw towards his feet. right? Even if you have to deal with a situation of potentially getting picked off, you want that ball to be secured in the end zone, regardless of who gets it. So you don't throw at his feet near the 1. He's in the end zone. You got to throw that ball on his chest. And Josh Allen threw that ball at the 1 down to his feet. So that's my big takeaway from it. And that's what I didn't understand. If you know you need the touchdown, why aren't you throwing the ball in the end zone? So there you go. If you have a chance to go back and watch it, just go back and watch it. It's not, you'll see, it doesn't make much sense.
Dealing in the backfield together. They've already done it this year almost as much as in the entirety of last year.
16 and 1.
Does it work for them?
I do, and I think Aaron Rodgers summed it up when we asked him. He said, listen, we got to get our best 11 guys on the field, especially as we work through some of these injuries earlier in the year. Week 1, they didn't have Alan Lazard. He's back, has made an impact. They lost Sammy Watkins to injury in the middle of the week. Christian Watson, the young receiver, he's out today. So, yeah, I mean, just because they're both running backs, they're 2 of your best 11. Matt LaFleur's as creative a mind offensively as there is in the league. Find ways to utilize your best players.
Well, it's interesting. The Packers were so hot with their offense until they had that turnover. Think about this, the fumble, and then 3 and outs for them now. So their offense has gone cold, too.
Yeah, I'm sure Todd Bowles had a pretty direct conversation with this defense at halftime, and they came out and they played a lot better.
By the way, that penalty cost him 33 yards. Here's Dillon going to run, not much there. So that 2-back situation, Tom, how do the backs like it themselves? I know you talked to Aaron Jones.
Well, remember what Aaron Rodgers told us, right? They're part of our best 11. It makes sense to get them out there together sometimes.
See, this is
and
my
Aaron
problem.
Jones
you give
talked
Miami
about the
a 2-point win, and now it's like
them. And the times when A.J.
people are
Dillon is a
thinking
lead
Tua's the next,
blocker, which is he's done to great effect.
Second coming
They've
of
joked
Dan
with
Marino.
one another. Dillon's told them, hey, listen, don't get too used to it. I'm not going to become a full-time fullback. These are 2 guys that get dinner together. They got dinner together on the road. They have dinner together at home on Friday nights. They're very close to one another, and they are a mighty duo and on the field together, a la right now.
Dillon in motion. Jones
on the
It's
move.
a block. And it doesn't get much there. Bucs played it well.
3 yards. 3rd and 5.
Don't undervalue, to Tom's point, how important the relationship between the 2 of them is. So often you can feel guys competing for one another. They're competing for snaps. They're competing for production. There's a lot of elements that go in to sharing a position with another premier player. But as you heard Tom speak, anytime 2 guys have such a level of respect, a relationship that's built on and off the field, makes it that much easier for the coach, because he knows they both have each other's best interests at heart.
All right, Justin, no problem, bro. See you in the next
3rd
one.
and 5. Rodgers over the middle, and it's intercepted.
That's picked off.
The Buccaneers get a big turnover. It's Logan Ryan, who had the fumble recovery earlier. And the Bucs have some life, creating the mistake, and it's Ryan.
All right, so that's going to be an interception on Green Bay. Tampa Bay trying to make it a game. Defense holding it up. Offense got to do something now. Seven minutes and 52 seconds left in the 3rd. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's way too early to even talk about the playoffs. But Tampa Bay keeps playing like this, they're not gonna be there, and this might be it for Brady. As crazy as it is to hear myself say that, I feel like if the Tampa Bay Buccaneers don't bounce back in this game, or at least make it a close game, not only is this loss going to be looked at thoroughly by every other team, but it's going to give a lot of teams motivation in regards to beating Tampa Bay and Tom Brady. And I think people don't realize, like, you know, teams have like a general fear of Tom Brady that I think is leaving the game in a sense, which is wild. Fournette is currently I didn't see him as being injured.
But against the Buccaneers he has. It's his first one today. Logan Ryan with a massive play. There's been 4 turnovers in the game. The previous 3, no one has scored a point off of. Bucs trying to change that here.
So 1st and 10, Tampa Bay.
The jumbo formation, fake to Fournette. Brady loading up, has Brady wide open.
And Brady's still in. He gets the first down for 19 yards.
You mentioned Rob
Brady and Rodgers
Gronkowski.
both might be
We've seen him
past their
catch a
prime.
lot of these. It's a run set. They come heavy with multiple tight ends.
I'd
they
say
clear
so.
it on the outside with Scotty
I
Miller.
agree with you there, Phillip.
It's a 78 concept, they call it. It's a big post, and a 7 is an out-breaking corner route. Great play design out of what is a run-heavy set with multiple tight ends.
They say that Brady stepped out of the 28. Still a 19-yard gain. On the fake, pressure comes. Brady sees more
Brady
pressure.
quick pass,
Goes
and that's
behind the intended
almost
receiver
picked off.
Miller. Back to the interception. How did Logan Ryan do it?
Well, what's the goal? You want to confuse pre-snap and post-snap. This is Logan Ryan. It looks like a too-high shell right before the snap. So that's what he sees. He wants to hit Robert Tonyan on this bender. He thinks this is his middle open, but he's got a lurker. Logan Ryan, who's made his impact felt from a leadership standpoint, he's the lurker. He comes and jumps it, takes it from a too-high look to a robber, and he jumps that dig by Tonyan. It's not easy to do. It's not easy to fool Rodgers. But obviously him and Tonyan are on 2 different pages.
Draw, Fournette, a little spin move.
Fournette and he's going to run for,
you know, it's interesting. Ryan
about a yard.
has become
So 3rd and 9.
the leader of this
Fournette
group.
is
You know,
on
he's a
the
veteran,
field.
10th year in the league. But Todd Bowles told us communication has picked up since he's been back there. His versatility helps a great deal. He understands everything. 2-time Super Bowl champ. And Carlton Davis told us this week that he pushes us for greatness. It was kind of a quiet free agent signing, but he's been playing a ton and making a difference. 3rd down. Brady back.
Brady
Lofting
deep
deep,
throw.
going for it. Oh, and it's incomplete. Perriman, the intended receiver. Nixon, who's played big in this second half, had good
4th
coverage.
and 9. This may.
Nixon's done a great job sliding in here
Tampa
at the
Bay
nickel.
Field goal.
Mentioned with Jair Alexander out. They moved Rasul Douglas to the outside corner. Does a nice job staying in phase. He's made a big impact now. You never know as a young player when you're going to get your chances. He's done a great job coming in due to the injury.
Here's Ryan Sucka, about a 45-yard field goal on the opening drive for the Bucs, and this will be another 45-yard attempt.
All right, so field goal. And that's going to be good.
And Suckup's kick is up and through. And so it's a 1-score game here in Tampa.
So there it is.
14 is
can Tampa Bay chip away and come back and win this game? Score is 6 now. 6 Tampa Bay, 14 Green Bay. Quick commercial break. Shout out to Paul Fiore, Alan Bennett, and Mac Zinja for subscribing. Thanks a lot, guys. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for being here. Also, Blue City Empire Sports subscribe. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the family, guys. Sunday night, I have Jimmy G. Going with Jimmy G and the 49ers.
Down in New Orleans. Titans, it's 3-3. Right? You say we have all these offensive struggles, all these new pieces, and you look up at the scoreboard and you're in it. Same thing today. First half looks like it's going to go 21-3 since that Aaron Jones fumble deep in the red zone before the half. Offensively, Green Bay has really come to a grinding halt here.
When you think about where they started, I mean, their first 2 drives were touchdowns, 10 plays, 12 plays, and they were about to score again. They fumble on the goal line, and they have done nothing offensively since that turnover.
Yeah, oftentimes it just takes one play. They can just flip the energy of a game.
And so now the matchup, think about what you talked about to start, right? It's blitzing Rodgers, which no one does well except for the Bucs, and the chess match. Todd Bowles saying you can't fool Rodgers. I've got to find a way to fool everyone else. But this is the matchup now.
Absolutely. And halfway through the third quarter, it seems whatever adjustments were made at halftime by Todd Bowles and his staff, they've obviously worked. I mean, they've gotten off to a great start, had a turnover, forced 2 punts on the first 2 drives to start the half. See if they can sustain it. But this is a tale of 2 halves defensively for Tampa Bay. This is an impressive turnaround.
Fake to Dillon, quick throw to the right. Catch that was. Be a catch. Oh, Dobbs, excellent hands.
15 yards.
He's got 8 receptions today.
Really impressed with this young rookie. We've talked a lot about him. Great hands, catch, ball out away from your body, on the run. See, third outside step. Call them revolutions. How many?
Yeah, I could see that.
Left
TYK
foot steps. That's how the quarterback knows when you're going to break. Ball's on time, out in front. Little coming out party here for the young rookie.
Sure is. Little flip. Aaron Jones has just Tampa Bay
going to lose about a yard.
Mike Edwards from the safety spot.
2nd and 11.
But you think about Dobbs. Matt LaFleur was glowing this week about him, and he caught himself. He's like, talking about traits comparing to Davante Adams. He's like, okay, stop. I'm not comparing him to Davante Adams. I'm just saying he has some traits that I really like that remind me of certain things Davante
He said, I'm not comparing him to Davante Adams, and then proceeded to compare him to Davante Adams. and again, all joking aside, it was the traits, as you mentioned. It was the size, the speed, the intangibles. So listen, he's got a long way to go before he's in that category, but that's the future we hope to see from our rookie receiver.
Having a big day. 2nd down. 4-man rush. Another quick throw. Tunyon
gets
has it over the middle. He's got 4 yards on the play.
3rd and 7.
3rd and long coming up.
And really the turnaround defensively for Tampa, we touched on it earlier in the broadcast. They're winning 1st and 2nd down. I mean, they're forcing more 3rd downs for a team that doesn't experience a lot of them throughout the course of the game because they're so good offensively on those early downs. To start this half, they're forcing 3rd downs on every drive, 3rd and longs here on 3rd and 7. Allow these edge rushers to really pin their ears back and get after them. Again, we keep seeing this. The 3 bigs over here, they've got to slide the protection, and it's one-on-one.
Pressure comes. Rodgers evades, throws, caught, but nowhere near a 1st down is Aaron Jones.
And some tweaks.
And the punt team comes on.
So 3 and out for Green Bay.
This is giving them trouble. You're going to see 90, Logan Hall. He's going to get through and win. Little swim. Carl Nassib comes underneath on a little TE. If they're finding some success now. 3 bigs to one side, the one-on-one pass rush to the other side.
We'll talk about that after the next timeout commercial break. Mr. Jimmy G.
Darden going to call fair catch at the 11. And so it's interesting. Aaron Rodgers against Tom Brady. It's been fun. Both quarterbacks have had some really good moments in this game. And you just wonder.
All right, so I got to bring this up. When Trey Lance went down, Jimmy G basically did win the lottery. He came out there and balled out. He got a bonus for $350,000. So he was happy at a ridiculous level. Should he have been? No. But that's just the way the story goes.
Mentions a 1-score game. At some point in the second quarter, we were looking potentially at a blowout.
1st and 10.
From their 11, it's 4 and next.
Fournette fights
fighting
for 5
forward
yards.
across the 15 to the 17. Turned out to be a 5-yard run. Well, the Bucs offense this year, and this, you're like, wait a second, how can a Tom Brady-led offense? That doesn't make any sense. And first couple games a little different because, you know, once they got the lead, they relied on their D, they relied on their running game. Today, they can maybe rely on their D, but they've got to throw the ball to win, don't you agree?
Absolutely. The passing game's going to have to come to life, right? And we all understand they're missing pieces, but this is the NFL.
Into traffic and has a completion for a first down. Gage, who had a couple rough moments in this half, hauls it in to move the chains.
After you fumble, there is no greater feeling than that next catch and being able to get up and give that ball to the official.
The saying
nice
goes,
job
you
finding the
can't be
sticks
mad
there,
at people
understanding
for
where
who
the
they
first
are.
down marker was.
And I'll leave it at
See
that.
Brady going a little bit back
Not
into
be
some
mad
tempo
at people
here.
for who they are.
4-man rush. Set it up to Fournette, and he has nowhere to go. Adrian Amos, terrific play out of the safety spot. He's going to lose yards.
Yeah, the ability to run the ball, right? There's a huge conversation going on right now across the NFL on the impact and the importance of the run game. And you can just take last week's game between the Packers and Chicago, right? Chicago runs the ball for 136 yards in the second half. What's wrong with the Green Bay defense? They were up by 17. Can you run the ball when you're winning? But when you're losing, Brady's going to have to throw the ball here.
2nd and 13.
Again, 4-man rush. Brady floats one far side of the field, has a completion. It's Gage again. And he's going to be a couple yards shy of a first down, so a 3rd and short.
Yeah, and Tom Brady was going there all day. He has Russell Gage matched up against linebacker Devondre Campbell, who's a great cover linebacker in his own right, but that is a tough matchup for any linebacker to walk out in space and guard a slot receiver. Just a little choice route. Second Brady sees that matchup, his eyes are going there, and he expects his guys to win, and Russell Gage did.
Brady stressed to us, we've got to be better on 3rd down than they have been. They're only 1 of 7 today. 3rd and 3 here. Looking. Ducks away from the sack.
Brady on the run. He's going to get a first down.
Brady all the way up
I haven't seen
midfield.
Brady running
But
so
let's see what
long.
the penalty is.
There's a penalty down, or
He
penalty.
ducked away from a sack.
So all that running doesn't mean
He's got an
anything.
issue with the knee brace.
Holding. Offense number 73. 10-yard penalty. 3rd down.
And that's on Walton. It's going to come all the way back.
You're going to see Walton here mention he's the 3rd tackle going against Rashawn Gary. Just see him pull him from behind. Just grabs him. But watch Tom Brady. That's the story of this play. I don't care about the penalty. The old duck up and under. The open field speed. It's not easy sliding on your left knee if you have a knee brace. You see Brady had a little trouble there getting up. He got stuck at second base. You're going to see the left arm just gets Sean Gary kind of in a headlock.
It's an old man getting up.
You don't see Brady make a lot of those plays, but he seems to make them when they matter the most. Unfortunately, this Bucs offense, Brandon Walton had a chokehold there on Gary.
You can see the brace is bent out of shape.
Yeah, he slid hard on it. You saw it kind of made him trip over himself getting up, and one of his teammates tried to help him put it together.
3rd and long, and just throws it into the ground. Packers sniffed that play out.
All right, so
And a
that's
promising run to electrify the crowd. The penalty ruins it.
out.
And the Bucs will have to punt it away, and Brady might need a new brace.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I mean, he took a hard slide there. Really broke that brace, which is hard to believe. I mean, those braces are really strong. They're meant to take a ton of force. See what they do here. I imagine they have a few backups that they'll get changed pretty quick. But what a great stop. This has turned into just an absolute defensive slugfest here in the second half. Turnovers, punts.
There's another punt from Camarda. Rodgers racing up to get it. And takes a fortuitous Green Bay bounce near 4. Packers will have good field position here. And so they work on Brady's brace. And it looks like they've got another one ready to go.
Yeah. Tom Brady running is literally hilarious to me, because you never see it. You never see it, and then when you do, it's so funny. Tom Brady needs to change his tire. Oh, man.
It's like a pit crew.
The Green Bay with good field position. The offense hasn't done much, though, in a while. It's Dillon getting the carry, and he is wrapped up after a short gain. You just feel like every yard is so hard to come by right now, as that should take us to the end of the third quarter.
There's something we haven't seen. We saw it last week to a lot of success against Chicago, and could be that Christian Watson, the young speedster receiver, is out injured today. He's kind of their jet motion guy. He's their pre-snap side-to-side motion. They use him a lot to build different fronts with the defense, and their run game's been very static.
It'll take us to the end of the third quarter. Well, Rihanna announced today the Super Bowl halftime show coming up on Fox.
All right, so there it is, guys. It's going to be end of the third quarter. Packers 14, Bucs 6. And, yeah, Tom Brady was running for his life. He's running for his life, yo. Jags 31, Chargers 10. Yeah, man, wipe your eyes, because it's exactly what it looks like. Crazy. 31-10. Yeah, Tom ran for his life, and then he got called back for offensive holding. I actually had the Jags winning. You know, I get so mad when I do these parlays, and I'll have like the most obscene games right, like this one, the Jags and the Chargers. I had the Jags winning, but then I lose on the Kansas City game and the Bills game. Like, really? Like, I expected to lose on the Jags and Chargers game, but Jags are up 31-10. But I still picked them to win, just because I know how ridiculous things can be. I should have just reversed myself on everything, and I would have been perfect. How about them Bills? Yeah. All right, guys, we got 440 viewers, 165 likes. We need to get to 30. Sorry, we need to get 35 more. 35 more likes, 35 more thumbs up, so we can hit 200. 200 likes is the next goal. So make sure you are smashing that thumbs up button. It is much appreciated. I do thank you guys for the support and the help. We need 35 more likes, 35 more thumbs up to get to 200. Keep it going. I've won a bunch, but they're mostly parlays under 6 legs, between 4 and 6 legs. Anything over like 10 or 16, forget about it. Something's going to go wrong.
Turnovers, really,
unless you're just absolutely lucky.
Since start the fourth, Packers have a 2nd and 8. Rodgers quickly to Tunyon on the outside, and is wrestled right around midfield, still working. Shaq Barrett got his hands on him. Will bring up a 3rd down and short.
So start of the 4th as 3rd and 2 for Green Bay.
This run game for Green Bay had 203 yards last week. They've got 55 today, only 2.9 a carry. On a 3rd and 2, see which way they go. Both backs in there. Jones
gets wrapped up, and that's going to be 3 and out.
Tryon Shoyinka.
That Tampa Bay defense, man. Don't sleep.
This is really well defended. They're trying to create a little RPO. They're going to send it out here, and he's going to read these two guys. If he crashes, they can swing it. They'll block on. They bring pressure up the slot. Shohenka does a nice job coming down. He's made his impact felt here. He's really played well in this second half. Pass and here on run.
They're going to go, at least show that they're going to go for it on 4th and 4.
Yeah, this is interesting. Trying to get him to jump off sides, but yeah, they're just trying to steal 5 there.
A lot of times Rodgers with that hard count. That time used the motion, but no avail.
Delay game on the offense. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Interesting, during the commercial, I was just talking about the run game, but you were saying how Christian Watson, not having the rookie today, the wide receiver, has actually affected their run
from
game.
UW.
Last week, so much of their success was the ability to use him in jet motions and the impact that does against the defense when they see guys going misdirection before the snap. Today, everything's been, pre-snap, everything's been static. It's been stationary. The speed element of the offense is, of course, out with Watson, and it's a big reason why.
Fair catch at the 14. Long way to go for the Bucs and Tom Brady, but a one-score game with 13-17 to play. Long way to go in Tampa.
So yeah, that's going to lead us to another quick commercial break timeout. Tampa Bay gets the ball back. Tampa Bay defense stepping up. So Kit Kearney, that was joke of this game, that's for sure, man. I can't get it out of my head now. Somebody's got to make that meme. Tom Brady running in the Forrest Gump races. That is hilarious, bro. Oh man, that was great. Listen, I'm not counting the man out. But his defense is what's keeping him in the game. It's not the offense. That's for sure. Yeah, I had the Falcons on the victory. Still got 14 minutes left. 27-23. Seattle has the ball. All right, so we got 178 likes, guys. We need 22 more likes, 22 more thumbs up, and we'll hit this 200. 22 more likes, 22 more thumbs up, and we will hit this 100, guys. Keep it going. Thanks for the support. Yeah, that game's still going, bro. 12 minutes left. Nah, that game's far from over. Far from over.
No one other than this little camera in front of me. I look like I've had a bad day on the stock exchange. It is hot up here. It's getting intense.
So is this game. One-score game. Brady and the Bucs looking for offense. And, boy, everything is tough for Sean Gary. Has a sack today, has a bunch of pressures today, and makes that tackle.
So often these edge guys are just considered rushers, right? They're just going to rush the quarterback. But watch him close down the line. His tackle blocks down. Close. Just called a heel line run. He can play the run. He's a dynamic pass rusher. You don't hear his name. You hear T.J. Watt. Myles Garrett, deservingly so, but Sean Gary's in that category.
2nd and 10.
Second down. Brady coming near side, and a falling down catch is made by Beasley. As we have a game break, check in with Kurt Menefee.
All right, the Rams get Cam Akers going, or maybe it's the other way around. This is tough. 14-yard touchdown gives them a 20-9 lead against Arizona. That's Akers' first touchdown since the playoffs 2 seasons ago against Green Bay. Kevin?
Wow. And the Rams own Arizona. And really have, winning again today. Here it's 14-6. Packers over the Bucs. In the battle of Brady and Rodgers, both these defenses have been unreal, especially in the second half. 3rd and 7 for Brady. Pressure underneath. Good catch, but short of a first down that time. Beasley again. How aggressive you want to be?
I think they go for this.
Yeah, I don't think you can be this aggressive backed up on your own 22-yard line. Nice job. They build this stack. He crosses face, but for some reason he lets this ball kind of get past him and go to the ground. Just reach out with your hands, pluck it, keep running. Should have had that first down. It was a good route. It was a good ball. You know, a little bit of getting your legs underneath. You remember, you're not in training camp. You've only been here for a couple days. Still kind of getting your feet wet, getting your legs under you out here. Obviously, Cole Beasley, new to the crew.
Marta's punt. High, booming kick. Rodgers backing up, fair catch right around the 20. Bucs only have 175 yards in this game.
All right, so Green Bay gets the ball back. It's been a defensive battle since the field goal from Tampa Bay. 11 minutes left as we have a quick commercial break through the timeout here. Yeah, I mean, this Jaguars win right now is due to, you know, Herbert being injured. Let's just call it what it is. But also, I think this is exposing the defense too. You're letting Jaguars put up 38 points. This is beginning to look like a real interesting day for sure. There's going to be a lot to talk about in week 3. A lot to talk about. All right, guys, 12 more likes, 12 more thumbs up gets us to that 200 mark. We just need 12 more likes, 12 more thumbs up, and we'll hit that 200, guys. Thanks for the support. Thanks for being here. And shout out to everybody that subscribed. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, I mean, all the big teams lost. Well, I mean, not all of them. But, I mean, it was so tricky. Like I said, whoever parlays were blown up on the Kansas City loss and on the Bills loss. So after that, it didn't even matter. Because 9 times out of 10, you had one of those teams winning. I don't know many people who probably would have picked Indy, the Colts, and the Dolphins to win on their parlay if they had them in there. So, there you go. Four more, guys. 4 more likes. 4 more thumbs up. And we hit that 200 mark. We need 4 more. Shout out to you guys for the support and getting us there. As we get back to the game.
Much air under the ball. It's all been quick game and yards after the catch. But Todd Bowles has adjusted in the second half, hasn't he?
He has. In the first half, we saw him bringing a lot of those exotic pressures, and we touched on it. We pointed out a few times they weren't getting home. Well, what does pressure do? It leaves you with holes in the secondary. Second half hasn't pressured him nearly as much, keeping the secondary a little more intact, forcing Rodgers to really just work all the underneath zones of the field.
Dillon's going to run for
and we got a 5. Penalty flag. So we'll see what that is. I mean, Green Bay has 52 yards in this half, to your point. And it looks like they're going to go backwards here.
Holding. Offense. Number 13.
Coming back.
10-yard penalty. First down.
The role of a coach in the NFL is you need to give your players answers, and that's what Todd Bowles has done. See the holding call here.
Wow.
Seemed a little cheap there. You know, that's the sign of a really good coach, a really good staff. You know, you come in with a game plan, you feel good about it, you practice it all week. Okay, it was clear at halftime it wasn't working. Do you have answers? Do you have a counterpunch? Can't say enough good things about the job Todd Bowles has done adjusting today.
Dillon goes nowhere. Bucs are up to the challenge. So after the penalty, and Mike Pereira says he didn't love that particular call like you. And now they run here and changes this whole sequence of downs.
Yeah, we've seen them again. Last week you mentioned they had a ton of they're going hurry up here trying to get him. 12 men. They got him again. He's going to take a shot.
Free play. Rodgers loads up, throw it as far as they can take him. He's got a man down there. It's going to be intercepted by Dean.
Intercepted, but
Tampa Bay had too many men on the field. Cobb was the intended receiver, at least I think.
Yeah, and he had Cobb open by 20 yards.
12 men were on the field when the ball was snapped on the defense. It's a 5-yard penalty. Second down.
You're going to see Rodgers. There's a one word that triggers all this. You're going to see the guys here running off to the sideline. Once Rodgers sees you in kind of like an NHL shift there, he's going to just call that one word. That one word triggers one formation, one play, quick snap. Has an opportunity to see him. He's wide open. Look at Randall Cobb. He's wide open. Rodgers kind of flushed right and kind of threw it off his back foot. Allowed Dean to come intercept it, but the penalty gives him another shot.
Yeah, it gives him a little chance, but instead of a touchdown,
second and 12.
Second and 12. Four-man rush again. Rodgers over the middle. That's Tunyon. And out to the 25. So it makes it third and gettable here. It'll be about 3rd and 5.
We've seen Rodgers be as good as anybody in history. In that case, it was 12 men. We've seen him so often force the defense to jump. He knows they're in the neutral zone. His center will snap it. You've seen him hit some big plays knowing it's a free one. Couldn't quite get enough air out there in the previous one. Gonna have to settle here for a 3rd down.
3rd and 5.
A 4-receiver set here at the bottom with Aaron Jones in the slot.
Pressure up the middle. Rodgers in trouble. Gets rid of it. Not enough for a 1st down. It was Davis who caught it. But it was David who tackled him short of the 1st down and a punt coming up.
Thought Rodgers had a shot there to Aaron Jones. We pointed him out pre-snap. See him here. He's going to chip, and then he's going to run a drag. Davis is going to run over the top. Watch as Rodgers steps up. Look at him. Look out to the right. I think if he can see that out the right side, he's got a chance for a run after the catch. Instead, he goes to the other drag in Davis. And a nice job there by Tampa tackling him short.
Remember how the Packers started this game so good on 3rd down? Well, they're 0 for their last 8 on 3rd down. Darden, it's returnable from the 10.
Darden's trying to get around that edge.
A solid return from Darden.
Just makes it back to the 25.
Out to the 25. Well, earlier today in the NFL, there was some wild games around the league. None wilder in Miami. The Dolphins are 3-0. I mean, it was a crazy ending to that game. There was a safety. Buffalo had a chance. Couldn't spike the ball. The Eagles are playing great. They killed the Commanders today. Jalen Hurts, back-to-back 300-yard days. He looks awesome. And the Colts upset the Chiefs, and boy, did they need that game.
Yeah, they looked bad last week. Had a bad loss against Jacksonville, but we watched the end of that Dolphins-Bills game, and we thought it was over after they stopped it on 4th down. Next thing you know, they bring the highlight up. He blocked a punt for a safety, gave him another shot at it. Credit to Miami for still holding on.
8-point lead for Green Bay. Here's Brady. Back to throw. Loading up. Near side. He's got Darden, who makes a move upfield and a big gainer on 1st down. So they put Jalen Darden in the game, and he comes through for 25.
They've had a lot of success with this concept. They're going to clear it out. And again, it's that 79 concept. We saw break catch earlier. The outside guy just clear him. The inside guy just run a square out. That's a simple combination on 1st and 2nd down. It's an easy throw.
It's the longest play of the day offensively. Darden, who caught a grand total of 6 balls all last year, but they use his speed to get a little life. And now a little trickery. Perriman, keep it going. Oh, the ball's loose on the ground. And it's picked up by the Bucs. So they try to get trickery. There was a bobble on the exchange, and great save to turnover.
And it was going to be a flea flicker. There was another toss coming. Take a look where Brady went after he handed the ball. Watch. So he's going to get it started. He's going to toss it. Now watch him get behind the ball. Scotty Miller's going to toss that ball back to him on a flea flicker. Couldn't quite get all the handling in the exchange.
Now 2nd and 22. Brady in trouble.
Brady is sacked. He goes down. And he loses
pressure
8 yards.
from Green Bay up the middle. Kenny Clark was there. Jaron Reed was there.
30.
And after the 25-yard gain to start the drive, they go backwards.
It's been tough. This has been tough sledding for both offenses. You mentioned Jaron Reed, a former teammate of mine. He's working up at the top. Him and Preston Smith. He gets the initial pressure. Brady, credit, keeps his balance. Again, we've seen a few times Rasul Douglas is so big and strong, he's able to push those receivers to the boundary.
We got to get to the Packers 40 here. They have a mile to go, and great just getting some yards, but he's nowhere near it. It'll be a 4th down and 18, and they will have to punt it away. And now time, you would never say this in a Brady Rodgers game, but with 6:35 to go, time's a real factor in this game.
It really is. It really is. And it's going to take one of these offenses to just find a spark, you know, come to life a little bit. So saw Tampa try to create their own spark with the little trickery on the toss reverse attempt of a flea flicker. Obviously, we saw that was a disaster, but you know, one of these teams is going to have to come to life offensively.
All right.
Fair catch called for. And about the 13-yard line. Take a look at next week. Kind of go NFC East for the first time for us this year. Old school. Cowboys and Commanders. Commanders as a franchise are old school. The name is not. You know what I'm saying. Anyway, they're playing in Dallas. We got the game for you. Kicks off at 1 Eastern on Fox and the Fox Sports app. Commanders got smoked by the Eagles today. Cowboys have a big one against the Giants tomorrow.
Let's see what
Obviously
this
still
defense
without
can
Dak
do.
Prescott.
Jerry Jones rooting for a quarterback controversy. I'm sure that was news to Cowboys fans across the country. That was interesting.
I think maybe trying to give a little positive to Cooper Rush.
Listen, he wants Cooper Rush. No one says, hey, I hope my backup quarterback stinks, so everyone wants the starter to come back. I get what he's saying, but I'm sure Dak wasn't thrilled. And I'd love to see Rodgers in this offense just take one shot. You never know, right? You get a big completion, you get a PI. And all this run game underneath stuff, it's been met with a lot of resistance.
Rodgers back, now backpedaling, now just fires it deep downfield for Lazard. It's incomplete. Well, there's some real world issues going on in here, Florida. There's a hurricane approaching. EA, how's that affecting people around here, and how's it affecting the Bucs?
Well, first of all, we're thinking about everybody because they're going to have their eye on Tropical Storm Ian, and according to the National Hurricane Center, it's expected to strengthen to a hurricane on Monday. They're thinking this is going to actually turn into the eastern Gulf of Mexico, passing just west of Tampa Bay, and they're expecting it to be a major hurricane by Tuesday. I spoke with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They obviously are tracking the storm, and they're making plans on getting this team out of harm's way. Of course, they're here on Sunday against Kansas City, but they have to see which way the storm moves, guys.
I hope everybody stays safe this week. Meanwhile, handoff here. Jones, good cut back and gets up to the 20.
It's about 6
Will be
yards.
A third down. By the way, EA, after she retires
4.
from the NFL, she's going to be a meteorologist on air somewhere. She loves it.
I've never seen someone, I mean, EA, it's impressive. Your love and interest in tracking the weather is it's a gift. It truly is a gift.
When you grow up in this area, that's what you do this time of year. You have your eye on the storm, and that's what I'm going to be doing on Monday. And like we said, thinking of everybody out here as they get ready for this thing. But yes, I will talk about a front all day long.
Bucs
Not
have
cool
a pretty
today,
good front,
guys.
by the way. 3rd and 4, Green Bay.
I think they're going to probably take a timeout here. They're having trouble lining up.
First timeout for either team in this second half.
Green
So
Bay.
obviously you talk about Rodgers and Brady. It's only the 5th time they've ever met. Brady and Rodgers were in 2 different conferences for a long time. That's part of it. And you see how they've done today. And everything has been tough in the second half, but the way the Packers started, they went right down the field for 2 long touchdown drives and were about to score and fumbled into the end zone. And it completely changed from that fumble.
Absolutely, and it's not often that in a game you can really put your finger on what was the turning point, right? What was that sudden change that flipped the game on its head? And it was clearly the fumble deep in the red zone on the pass completion to Aaron Jones. Since that point, the Packers have really not done a whole lot, but neither has Tampa, right? And Tampa's not been able to take advantage of it. They've had a few turnovers themselves, and as a result, we find ourselves
all right, here we go. 3rd and 4.
Packers 0 for their last 8 on 3rd down. 3rd and 4. Quick throw over the middle. He's got a first down to Lazard. Alan Lazard comes
6
through.
yards for the first down.
That's just his 3rd catch today. He's got a touchdown a long time ago, but that'll keep the drive going.
Yeah, it's not often a 5-yard little
Shout
chair
out to
route.
the Ballers for subscribing.
It's a momentum
lot,
builder, but that's exactly. They needed
family.
that conversion. Lazard is so good at using that big body to get inside leverage on the defender. Rodgers puts the ball down and away where only his guy can get it. Now they can all catch their breath. Take a little deep breath now. Got a new set of downs and see if they can build that into something here.
Jones fights
out
for
to the
about
32-yard line. Got 6 yards. Jones, everything in the run game has been a struggle for Green Bay today. I mean, they're averaging only 2.8 a carry. Just trying to stay with it. They've mixed it up. They played both of those backs, Jones and Dillon, together. I think, too, while we talked about the injuries and some of the guys are missing on offense, is that Packers and Bucs defenses are both pretty darn good.
Absolutely.
Thanks a lot.
That's every bit the story, as is the skill players and weapons both these quarterbacks are missing today.
Rodgers,
big throw. That's a catch. Lazard
has the catch. Alan Lazard beat Winfield over the top.
26 yards.
Well, there's the shot, right? We talked at the start of the drive. There's the shot down the field that kind of sparks things. You see Lazard, they call this a big box fade. He's an inside receiver, but now he's going to become the widest receiver on the fade. It gives the quarterback a lot more room to throw that ball to the boundary. Lazard's come up on this drive, the critical 3rd down conversion, and now really the first explosive pass play we've seen in a while out of either one of these offenses.
Perfect throw by Aaron Rodgers. 3.5 to play. It's A.J. Dillon. Nothing.
And Dillon's going to go nowhere. 2nd and 10.
See Rodgers here. He can see they're bringing pressure off the side. He knows he's unprotected. Logan Ryan is in his face. That's his man beater. That's his alert. He knows he has that matchup on Winfield to the boundary, and it's a big-time throw. Great play there. They're not very far from field goal range. Put this at 11.
Yeah, which is everything the way points have come by today.
Yeah, right now it's about not taking sacks, not taking lost yardage plays, understanding the management of working the clock. There's a lot of gamesmanship and kind of game strategy at play here for both teams.
Yeah, the Bucs have used their first timeout. And meanwhile, an injury, Josh Myers, a center for the Packers, is being worked on here.
All right, guys, so that's going to lead us to a quick little timeout commercial break. Myers is down, injured on the play. When we come back, it's going to be Green Bay 2nd and 10. All right, guys, 220 likes. We're trying to get to 250. We need 30 more. 30 more likes, 30 more thumbs up. That's going to be our next goal, 250. So make sure you are smashing that like, that thumbs up button. It is much appreciated. I do thank you guys for the support. 30 more likes, 30 more thumbs up, and we'll hit this 250. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to Janet, has also subscribed. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the channel. Here we go.
Saw him have a great block on Roquan Smith last week. I mean, he's a really versatile player.
Getting a rest right now. 2nd and 10 on the fake. Rodgers back. Throwing, going deep, and there's nobody home.
And it's going to be incomplete.
I think Juwan Winfrey slipped or got tripped up. And now a 3rd and 10. And remember, they need like 4 or 5 here to try a field goal, make it a 2-score game.
Yeah, Winfrey and Dobbs actually ran into each other. They clipped each other's feet. They're running a deep cross and a post.
Joe? Bill's Mafia in the house.
Watch, they kind of get tangled up and trip each other. Sometimes the inexperience shows at the worst times. You'd like one guy to clearly be over the top, and then the underneath defender, the underneath offensive player, obviously clear with a little more space.
They need 5 yards for a field goal attempt from Crosby. 3rd and 10 overall.
Hey, Rob, how you doing?
Now time winds down. Looks like Rodgers going to call the timeout here.
I'm going to change this to subs only.
So they'll call their other timeout and discuss this. All right, so let's talk a little strategy. So knowing what we watched in pregame with Mason Crosby, 56 yards, they need 4 or 5 yards to have a realistic field goal. Tampa knows that. How does each team play this right here? It's the biggest down of the game.
This is a huge down, and I think there's a couple ways you can go about it. Is Matt LaFleur telling Aaron Rodgers in this field position, unless we get really close to field goal range, of course they want to pick up the first down.
So if
they're close enough, is this 4-down territory? Would you want to put the game, kind of out of reach, make Tampa Bay start using some of their timeouts? So I think this is going to be interesting. The success of this down, of course, is to convert. But if they come up just short, if they can get enough here on 3rd down,
yeah, I got to kill the spammers. It's every stream now.
This is 4-down territory.
Crazy. Third and 10.
Pressure coming. Rodgers
is taken down.
Huge play from Logan Hall, the rookie.
Logan Hall. And that's going to be 4th and 18. Take them out of field goal.
That's the one thing you can't do. Obviously, you got to try to get that ball out. There's nowhere really to go. You mentioned Hall, the rookie. He's going to spin about 3 times. He's going inside. He spins off that. He just keeps working. It's coverage. There's nowhere to go. They match up man. This time, great adjustment, having Logan Ryan play over the top of the similar big box fade we saw Lazard catch. Had a chance on Dobbs, but you'd like to see that ball just come out, give them at least a decision to make whether they want Mason Crosby to attempt the long field goal or not.
Logan Hall, the rookie 2nd-round pick. Biggest play of his young career. Now O'Donnell, beauty of a punt all the way down to the 10.
It's going to be at the 10.
We talked Brady Rodgers, and here it is, 3:04 to go. Brady's football down, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Is this something you're interested in watching? Or?
Yeah, I mean, in the open, what do we say? If you're a fan of football, you had this date marked on your calendar. You want to see Rodgers go against Brady, potentially the last time. Who knows? And you got a 1-score game. Brady's got the ball, down 8 with 3 minutes to go. Now we just get to sit back and watch it unfold. We would have all signed up for this. If you would have told us this would have been the situation at the start.
Gets one more, he could break Peyton Manning's record. Now the question becomes, who is he going to throw to? That's been the issue.
Happy birthday, Henry Severn. Happy birthday to you. Shout out.
Coming into the game. From the 11. 4-man rush, quick throw over the middle. That's a pretty good start. Gage going to have it for a gain of 9.
Get 9 yards.
1 timeout for the Bucs in the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, time is really not a huge issue right now. They're going to still play with some tempo. Having the timeout, having the ability to stop it at the 2-minute warning. But not having, just having that 1 timeout makes this possession that much more important.
Blitz coming, quick hitter, Gage got it up to the 30, after the 35, and just like that, first down for Tampa Bay with the clock winding at 2:30.
Remember the success before the half, before the fumble by Perriman.
Pretty good, Henry.
We saw him in this 2-minute mode, and they had very similar success, completion after completion.
Taps the ball back to Gage again.
Gage gets another 5 yards.
They can try to squeeze out one more play for the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, sometimes they try to squeeze a play. Sometimes they try to get you to jump off sides.
4 seconds. They get it off. Quick pass.
Busted coverage.
Oh, Fournette's wide open into Green Bay territory at the 45. And another first down as we do hit the 2-minute warning of the Bucs on the move after a 17-yard game.
So that's pretty interesting.
Brady.
You got the Bucs now in position to do something. They're at the Green Bay 43. 1st and 10. There goes the spread. It's everything's kind of scripted today. It looks scripted. Shout out to Disciple Boy 2000, Paulina Mai, Joe, Gary Young, and Janet for subscribing. Thanks a lot, guys. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the family. Also, One Directioner, thanks for subscribing. Thanks for being here. Welcome to the channel. Henry, yeah, I'm a Packers fan. Rock with the Packers. I've been a long time Rodgers fan. I have respect for his game. Jerry Peacock, subscribe. Thanks a lot, man. Welcome to the family. Santi Zuna, thank you. Thank you. Welcome to the channel. Shout out to all you guys. Thanks for being here. Now, I'll tell you what game blew everybody's parlay up. That Kansas City game. That was a complete upset. That Kansas City game is the one that really did it. Because like I said, 9 out of 10 people who played a parlay, if they chose all 16 games, you put Bills over Miami, and you put Kansas City over Indianapolis. You chose either one of those teams for that game. So, yeah. Shout out to Omega Gaming for subscribing. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for being here. So we're in the 2-minute warning. Tampa Bay is on the Green Bay 43. 8-point game.
This ball to be snapped, you can see there's a ton of confusion, and then Quay Walker ends up blitzing. You can see there's a lot of guys. What's the call? What's the check? They end up bringing pressure. They're not lined up right. There's no one in the flat. Obviously a busted coverage there, and an inopportune time.
Led to a 17-yard gain. 1:54 to go. Bucs down by 8.
Don't get conservative defensively. You've shut them down all day. Now you're just playing so soft.
4-man rush. Brady over the middle has another completion. It's Cameron Brate, the tight end. That'll be good for 10 and a first down.
Clock running.
Another good timing throw. Continuing to go hurry up here, understanding if they don't get the 2-point conversion, even if they do score, it's still a 2-possession game.
Brady incomplete, looking in the direction of Gage, who's got a 10-catch, 78-yard day. And reminder coming up next, the
Spread
OT
was
presented by
1.5.
DirecTV. We'll see if we get a spectacular finish here with Brady and Rodgers.
You know, something that's important for us to point out, we're referring to this as a one-score game. But Tampa knows that it's only 50% of the time, right? That's the basic odds of getting a 2-point conversion. So
Henry is better than Emilio.
Even if you do score, you might need to still get another possession.
Fournette's wide open again.
Fournette.
There, and he's got another first down. They've completely whiffed on the coverage of Leonard Fournette, who picks up 11 more.
And remember how important this spot is, this nickel. And, you know, that's usually Rasul Douglas. We've said Keyshawn Nixon's done a nice job all day. He's made some big plays. But right now, this secondary is being tested.
Again, without Jair Alexander, who got hurt in the first half, their best corner. Quick throw, Scotty Miller inside the 20.
Miller's
Short
get
gain.
about 4 yards. This is classic Tom Brady surgery on the field going on right now. Field surgery.
Brady far side. It's another catch by Gage. He's got a first down. Clock continues to roll. The 11th catch by Gage. 51 seconds to go.
Tampa Bay choosing to kind of keep that remaining timeout in their pocket.
I think also they're trying not to leave a minute left for Aaron Rodgers. Chess match, 34th left. Brady back over the middle, incomplete, knocked away. Devondre Campbell all over it for the Packers.
What do y'all think? We going to OT?
Yeah, you mentioned it. This is a chess match. This
Are
is
we going to
game
OT?
strategy. What new wrinkle can we throw? Nice play there by Campbell coming up to break up that pass. This is clearly coming down to the wire now, where even if they can score,
30 seconds.
Two-point conversion looms large. But they got to score first.
Second and goal. Brady, far side, incomplete.
It's going to be a flag.
Cameron Brady, the intended receiver.
Defensive pass interference.
Amos had the coverage.
Wow.
And
Green
the Bucs
Bay
think
just
it's on
gave
Green
it
Bay.
to him, basically.
You see Adrian Amos, he walks up last minute and presses Brady. Just going to be curious, are they going to call holding or defensive pass interference?
Pass interference on the defense.
There it is.
31. Ball will be placed at spot and foul, and an automatic first down.
Aaron Rodgers is
So obviously they
aggravated
determined
on the sideline right
the
now.
grab and the hold was as the ball was on its way in that direction. Sets up first and goal.
Yeah, on the 3. So they get a new set of downs. They put it on the 3. Bucs need a touchdown and a 2. 26 seconds to go. Fournette's got it towards the end zone. He's short,
Fournette
down to
gets
the
through about
1.
the
And
1.
now you think they have to call their final timeout. And they will. With 20 seconds to go.
Yeah, having that timeout in their pocket, it was smart. It gave them the opportunity where the run game is not completely off the table. You know, what's interesting, Byron Leftwich has
wild.
his play sheet, right? He has his must-have it
Tampa
plays.
Bay comes back
and a lot
to
of
win
them,
this game.
third and, goal-to-go situations on the 3, on the 2.
So you can't
are
find a
very
better
similar.
writer.
There's a lot of crossover to your
the
two-point
NFL
must-have it
writers.
plays. So right now, these next
This
2 or
is
3
wild.
snaps are the top 3 plays of this situation on his call sheet. They're things they work on all week. You see they bring in a fullback, O'Keefe, bring in Kyle Rudolph, force Green Bay to match. You just got to imagine they're bringing in all this stuff. You got to imagine they're going to try to throw it.
Second and goal, 21 seconds left. And we get a whistle, and now the Packers call their final timeout. So there are no timeouts remaining for either squad. The Bucs, again, need a touchdown and a 2. If you're just tuning in, joined us from another game, here's what you have. Green Bay started off red hot. 2 drives right down the field. Rookie Romeo Doubs had a touchdown. Alan Lazard had a touchdown. And it looked like Aaron Rodgers in the offense was going to have 700 yards. But then some turnovers came into play. And the offense was just a struggle, has been a struggle really the rest of the way.
So your Falcons
As the
beat
Bucs only have
Seattle.
2 field
I
goals.
predicted that one.
They've only got 2
27 to
offensive
23.
touchdowns on the
Falcons
year.
finally win that game.
But not over yet. 21 seconds left. A second and goal. Both teams out of timeouts here. On the fake. Brady floating it incomplete. He tried to get Cameron Brate, but Savage was all over it.
Third and goal.
At a third and goal.
Yeah, it's interesting. You know, with no timeouts, if you're Green Bay, they bring in all this jumbo, big tight ends and whatnot. You really are just expecting a play action. You know, with 20 seconds left, you get tackled, you get piled up. You're going to be really close to being able to get another playoff. So, kind of interesting. They took all their receivers off the field. You can see now they have them back on the field, and it's most likely got to be a pass situation unless you just feel really good about one of your run plays. And you better feel really good about it.
There we go.
Play clock at 1. Get it off. Brady throwing end zone. It is caught.
That is
for the
caught. That's a touchdown. What? Russell Gage with the touchdown for Tampa Bay.
Russell Gage hauls it in.
Wow. Absolutely wow.
It's a great play. Second window throw. Adrian Amos, the safety, keeps up. He has to go. Look at Amos. He comes. He's got to get on this next window. So he's not open now. Now he's open. They call that the second window throw. It's really close to being a delay game.
Well, I know Mike Pereira is listening. You do usually get the beat, hit 0, and then by the time the official looks up, you get that beat. That's how Mike has always instructed us. And we'll see after this play. Maybe we'll get to Mike. They need the 2. Even with that touchdown, this is for the tie. This is the game. 14 seconds
Doesn't matter
left.
if you got the time.
Need the 2 to tie.
I mean, it matters you got the touchdown, but you got to get that 2.
Mike, that's the key,
right?
Get
that 2.
By the time the official looks up, even though it hits 0, to get that beat usually. Is that fair?
That's exactly right. There is that up to like 1 second, maximum of 1 second. Theory being that the back judge has to look at the play clock, then once he sees it hit 0, then look to the ball. So that's an inherent delay, and that falls well within what just happened.
All right, legal play.
Here we go.
Here it is, game on the line. Need the 2. Play clock is down, and that time they don't get it off. And they'll move back 5.
Prior to the ball being snapped.
I think this actually may work out for them.
Wow.
5-yard penalty. Try.
Well, right on cue, KB.
Just a little bit more space to pass.
You and Mike just did a great job showing us the mechanics. Oh, man, and guess what? He walks in. He walks in. That was the look they wanted. They spread him out, handing the ball off to Fournette. And they got to get, what's your best goal-to-go play from the 7?
There we go.
Pressure. Steps away.
Oh.
Incomplete.
Incomplete.
The Packers are going to win it.
That's it. Wow.
Devondre Campbell says no. He got his hands on it. And Green Bay's going to hang on.
defense steps up. Green Bay's defense steps up.
Brady had nowhere to go originally. Got a little stack bunch. They're trying to get Russell Gage to the corner. Great job by Devondre Campbell getting depth underneath that outbreaking route. Brady can't quite get it over the top. I think it was going to be contested pretty hard by Savage. Regardless, what a stand. Wow.
Why?
What an ending.
Fournette, look for the ball. Run towards
Unbelievable.
Unreal
drive by Brady and the Bucs, all the way down and tie it. And then they don't get a playoff with no timeouts. They had no choice. They lose a 5 yards.
Thanks a lot, Robo Jimbo.
Devondre Campbell with the play of the night. It falls to the ground, and Aaron Rodgers is going to get his second win against Tom Brady.
Yeah, it's hard to believe they could take that delay. On the 2-yard line we saw on the first attempt before they blew it dead. You have the option of handing it to Fournette. Kind of have the entire playbook at your arsenal.
So obviously they're going to go for the onside here. 14 seconds left and no timeouts. They need an absolute miracle. But to officially wrap it up, Packers will have to jump on this.
Well, we've seen Green Bay onside kick before.
Yep. It's up there, but it's recovered. Alan Lazard has it. That'll do it.
Got the bounce. Well, guys, that's gonna be it. Score 14 Packers, 12 Buccaneers, in which I predicted that the Packers would take this thing. Really interesting, the fireworks at the end of the game, a little bit of theatrics. Wow. All right, guys, next game, it's going to be your 49ers and Denver Broncos. I will be streaming that as well. You don't have to go anywhere. You will be transferred right over to that stream. So do me a favor. Once you guys get over there, just make sure that you do smash that that thumbs up button for me. And we'll have some fun. We'll do some trivia tonight during halftime. I will be streaming the Broncos 49ers game next. So we'll see you on that one. And yeah, we're going to head over there and have some fun, guys. So see you in a little bit. like I said, stick around. Make sure you guys smash that like button over there. And see you on that game.